where you have to make an example. You have to make an example out of some people when you trying to create what I call, but it's a business term, it's called cohesive power.
No doubt.
Okay? Okay, I got you back. Okay. So when you're trying to create cohesive power, go look it up. Cohesive power is a term that got to do with management having the ability to punish. So if you have a discipline issue, you have to show them fear.
Right.
But it's who do you do that with? You feel me, Law?
Yep. Yep. Hey, he
You
said
live yet?
just send him send me the link and I'll just put it in his DM when you get finished
All right.
with it. Cause he said, yeah, he finna grab his laptop now.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
All right, man. Man, listen, y'all. I finna literally build this show. Ooh-wee.
Yes, indeed. So he gonna talk about physicality. He said he saw the first half of the game and everything, and he gonna get into that part of it as well. So we gonna have a good show today, man, about all of
it's
this
gonna be a
and
good show.
about how they prepare to their preparation. He got something to say because he had just to put this in context. For the 49ers, and I know a lot of you guys don't give a dog what the 49ers do, but
We should watch them.
he had his own player, Fred Warner, to reach out to Brandon Aiyuk and said, we're going to make you tough, because they felt like he wasn't as tough as the other wide receivers last year. And all practice they did was that they targeted him. So I'm going to let him get into details of that when he come live on here. But I don't think that we got players like that to call out other players that's on our team, especially the way our team is structured. You know, we don't have that type of degree. But it was an ugly game. I shout out to y'all that's on the Facebook, man. It was an ugly game. It was a disruptive type of game. Like nothing was in rhythm. Like I want to see these guys get in rhythm. I want to see a good series put together. You know, one of those type of things. And flags sometimes can do that. The bonehead penalties, pre-snap penalties can do that, and as well as execution. You know, the way the plays were set up sometimes can give us an illusion that it looks like they were not even attacking right. You know, with a purpose, with a plan. Do that make any sense, boss? Like it seems and appears that was going on more so than anything else.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this, Law, just keeping it real. But before let me address that. But then I also want you to talk about the Fowler example.
Okay.
I want us to talk about that.
Hold on, before you go into details, how many times you watched the game?
I just watched it once, bro.
Oh, okay. See, you and I on the same page then. So normally I would have even more precise information by my third time watching it. So when we get off today, man, I'm gonna watch it again, and I may break down some things. Cause something I miss, I know for sure.
Yeah. And it's because I know I miss right tackle, like because coach is really talking about the right tackle that played, but I didn't see him. I mean, and I'm being lied because I was fully focused on that left side. I'm talking about glued.
Yup.
And that's why I have some different opinions than some. I definitely have some different opinions than on Ball. Like, I think Ball, I'm going to be all the way honest with you, getting a horrible rap right now. Because you know, I heard, you know, some people saying that he was trash. I'm like, bruh, I'm telling you, I was looking only at that left side. I wasn't looking at the receivers. I was looking only at that left side because I knew that's a big risk to Dak, right?
Right.
I was really impressed with Bob and Tyler.
But
I was
really impressed. You were more impressed with his run block versus
run block.
Yeah, he's good on the run. Just run the ball, then.
but his pass blocking wasn't that bad either. He got beat one time inside, one time, just once.
Yeah.
Now, but all you need is once too.
Man,
quarterback killed.
Cream pies, you know.
But I didn't. But you know how some games you know that tackle getting whooped and it's just a matter of time before they kill your quarterback.
Yeah.
I didn't have that feeling watching ball.
Right.
So this is what I ask everybody to do. If you think I'm lying, I want you to go back. Me and Lago do it. Go back and rewatch the game.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and rewatch the game and just keep your eyes on ball. That's all I want you to do. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to nobody else, nobody opinion. Just use your own eyes. I guarantee you go come back and be like,
Yeah.
shit.
Shoot. Yeah.
I see a nice. Keep giving him reps. Keep giving him reps. He gonna be fine. What's your thoughts on that, Law?
I agree.
It depends on if you saw it.
I agree. I agree with the aspect of more you in there, the better you get. I do also agree. Well, I disagree with the musical chairs that this offensive line still doing. Swing guard, swing tackle, swing guard, kicking.
Hold on, now, what's your brother name? Because I'm building a template.
It's his YouTube name is Twin Empire. Or twin maker, Twin Maker.
So I'm gonna call him Twin Maker. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah. But by them putting number 66 back on the right side, I get it. He's comfortable playing the right guard, but he didn't play at all and practice at all on that right side. So to thrust him in on that side, you knew that it was going to be kind of difficult for him to do that. I do like the fact that they kept 73 at left side, but the Cowboys need to get out of their own way and find a true person to fill in on their left side and not a swing guard. But I do know that you are high on cross training, but it just goes back to that philosophy.
Yeah. It's about the timing of cross training.
Timing. It's the timing of it, man. Shoot, you can get your quarterback killed out there.
Yeah, and it's the timing. I don't want to do cross training that's foolish. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I agree with how they doing it in terms of what they say they doing is they letting the guys get established, and then after, they get established, then they gonna start cross training Tyler Smith. And I kind of agree with it, Law. This is the thing. I know it's gonna be imperfect. I actually know it's ugly. I also sent you the link for your brother. Just let me know.
All right. I'm gonna copy right there.
I also know it's gonna be ugly, but Tyron Smith missing again over an ankle.
Yeah.
So you either go have Ball or you go have Tyler Smith playing that left tackle. So then who gonna be your left guard then? Right?
Yeah.
So that's what makes, to me, the plan of them giving McGovern at least some first team reps in the beginning, it kind of makes sense, because it's like, we go probably need this guy to be the left guard. He's a better right guard than left guard, but let's give him some reps at left guard to see if we can get him better in case he needs to start. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I agree, man. I'm not going to dog that aspect of it, but the Cowboys still need to go back into the mixing bowl. Oh yeah, he approved it. Okay, good. I'll make sure he got it. He got it now. All right, the Cowboys need to still continue to do that. Next year they got to be drafting a left tackle.
But what we gonna do this year if T. Smith go down?
I mean, he will go down. It's not
right.
He will go down.
I don't want to say he will. I don't want to say he. Hold on, real quick. See, my Cowboys family, I love y'all, but I don't see what y'all saying on this. He said Josh Ball sucked. I didn't see that. I'm just being honest. I'm going to go back and watch it again, bro, because I swear to God, I was glued on Josh Ball, and I did not see suck. I saw actually balling. It's all the way through the first quarter, mostly through the second quarter, until he got beat inside.
Yeah, he got beat inside, and then we are stuck to the broadcasting view on preseason because they're not going to release the all 22 for that. So
I hate that too.
I hate that aspect of it, man. Maybe one day, man, when we get so big, man, they're gonna say, hey, man, give them full strength of the NFL, you know? But for right now, man, that got to be a situation whereas the Cowboys are playing with very precautions right now, and they're saying, okay, they don't want to, and of course, none of the starters played. But they gonna fully put that Band-Aid or that bubble wrap over Tyron Smith this year. I think that remember Romo Wednesdays? They didn't practice on Wednesdays.
Oh yeah. I'm with you now.
They're gonna have to have a Tyron Smith maybe Wednesdays and Thursdays, man. Maybe 3 days. Man, I don't know, man. They're gonna have to. Maybe he only play. He don't even practice.
Hey, I got your brother in the building.
What?
Hey, yeah, he already here. Hey, we building him. I'm building him right now.
Okay, he building him. Okay.
But hey, go ahead and twin. Go ahead real quick. This go buy me time anyway.
Before you go, boss. Before you go, go into that. You remember you and I? We put our nuts out on the line for Danny Gray. Yeah. Remember everybody like, man, Danny Gray suck, Danny Gray. And guess what?
I do remember that.
You remember they came at me, boy. Guess what Danny Gray team
I got
on?
the evidence. I got Exhibit 8 on Danny Gray. We gonna talk about that.
They didn't believe us, boss. They were laughing at us, scoffing at us. The only person who reached out to me is Danny Gray agent. He reached out to me and said, man, you right. Danny Gray is better than Christian Watson.
What? That's dope. That's dope. That's happened. See, that tells you to low point. That's why you got to use your own eyes. Because people, they troll you in the offseason when you got a opinion that's outside the norm. And me and Law was like, because we kept picking them each mock draft. We picked Danny Gray every time in our mock. Twin, I got you in here, big dog. Hey, go ahead and introduce yourself. That's going to buy me some time to keep building the plane. Then we go talk about, sadly, San Fran. You know that's Law, brother. Look at that beard.
What thing grew?
Oh my God! Look at that beard, Jesus Christ! You and Law. Let me put you, Lord.
I'm the 13th disciple over here. You know what I'm saying?
God, y'all boys look like Jesus Christ for real. Y'all look like. But go ahead and introduce yourself.
Before you start, man, I like that blue background, by the way, though. It looks good.
I love it.
You, man.
That blue black.
You know.
I know what happened yesterday. Sometimes the skies can look a little bit blue. So I just want to, continue to cultivate that type of atmosphere for some of your fans y'all may have out there who are feeling a little blue today. So I just want to continue to keep that.
Okay. This is going to be one of those days, big dog. Let me get the camera off you real quick. Let me put that back on. Get your brother out of here, bro.
Hey, why don't you lean forward just a little bit right there. Don't you move and don't tell mom right there.
Don't tell mom. Hey, but Law.
I ain't got to go through this no more. I can tell her now, goddamn.
Hey, I'm going to need y'all to stall for me, man. I'm going to need about 5 minutes.
Well, no doubt, man. No doubt. Well, Twin, go ahead and break down Danny Gray. Man, break down what happened to your.
No. We're going to come back to Danny Gray.
We'll circle back. We're
going to circle back to Danny Gray.
Man, well, honestly, I'm coming through, man. I'm just corresponding as another, first and foremost, football lover. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
I represent the Niner gang over here. You know what I'm talking about? But I come in, knowing my big Brody, who y'all know by the name of Law Nation, and I'm coming in hollering at my boy, Boss Cowboy. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm a big 49er fan, man, representing over here. But as we all know, it's training camp. You know what I'm saying? And so we get to see preseason. It was the first week. We saw some of our teams out here playing. And I just want to come through, give my 2 cents on what we're trying to do over here in the Bay Area. But also, as all fans, we're looking at our team, seeing how they're going to grow, the areas of need, but then also the areas that they do excel in. So I just want to come through, man. I'm just kicking in with the fellas on a Sunday, talk about the sport we love. You can follow me here. I'm Twin Maker, man, on Twitter. I'm Twin Empire on the YouTube page, man. I just like to represent my Niners, man, and talk football, man, the sport that we all love. and just to really, man, have a good time, man, bring some humor, enjoying the game and enjoying these players that we all see here today watching, and that allows us to have these wonderful conversations about our teams that we so do love. You
Hey,
know what I'm
real
saying?
quick, I want to ask you a question real quick. Just I'm still building it, but I can ask you a question. One thing that I just noticed about San Fran from afar, it does seem like y'all have and do a good job of having a culture of fairness to where the best man seems to win. And it's been like that for years. I watched y'all at receiver. I saw y'all do that with Kaepernick versus Alex Smith, because a lot of people don't know the history that y'all was 5-1 when y'all benched Alex Smith. That is momentum, and y'all still went with. Yeah, they was 5-1. They was 5-1. They was already rolling before they started Kaepernick. So, can you talk about that from a culture standpoint? Because that's something I feel like we struggle with the Dallas Cowboys. And I still hate your team, but I'm giving you credit for that.
It's all good, man. Well, what happened in that year, man? It's like we kind of knew what we had with what's my man's name? With Alex Smith. We had drafted him, #1 draft pick out of Utah. Like, we all know the history of him. But what ended up happening was that our team kind of hit a ceiling. Like, even though we were 5-1 doing game, like we were winning games, but in football, people look at wins and losses. But when you are an evaluator or as a coach, certain things that we should be doing better by now, things that we were getting away with, that as we go against the upper echelon team, that these things won't work any longer. So what you want to do is try to give yourself more wiggle room, give yourself more of a leeway. And they saw that what was going on in practice with Colin was that this guy had the opportunity to where you have to cover every blade of grass on the field, every quadrant on the field needed some attention. And they knew that, yes, with Alex, we can play it safe and kind of be get comfortable and stay comfortable. But what we needed to do was to expand because of what the NFL was showing during that time. And so with Colin Kaepernick, when he came in there, he expanded our offense. He gave us more tools that we can actually utilize. And so we can continue to keep the running game, continue to keep the aggressive nature of our defense, but then also expand our passing game as far as the vertical routes that we weren't able necessarily to do back in those days. And so that taking, okay, who's the best player to make sure that our team can reach the ceiling or to reach its fullest potential? And that was the culture that we had during that time. And then I think also what happened when Shanahan came, because he's as y'all know, his father was in the NFL as well for a long period of time. He was down there during our team's glory days, when our teams were winning consistently. And so he come from the era where, hey, I'm putting forth the best player available on the field. I'm not caring about the name. I'm caring about the production. I'm caring about the character that he brings as well. Can this player infect culture into the locker room? And so when Colin's situation happened, that's what he was doing. The same thing that we see now with the Niners going on with their team. What they're able to do is bring in guys to say, hey, can we stay here? Yes, but we have the potential and the ability to bring you here. So I want you to come in and play. You're not just going to have this position. You need to continue to earn this position. And so this is what we do. And that's just kind of that's just been the theme for the last couple of years since Kyle Shanahan has been the head coach of the Niners.
So real quick, I'm going to just be real. Chat, Law, do you really think we would do something like that where we got Alex Smith, who was a former top 5 pick, took them to 2 NFC championships? Twin left that out. Took them to 2 NFC championships in a row. And then in year 3, they moved on from that type of momentum for somebody that could have been viewed slightly better or maybe not as good, but they made the change.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do all of that.
I don't think we go, and I don't think our fans would do that. I think San Fran fans are and I think New England fans and San Fran fans are accustomed to doing what it takes. I think Dallas fans and Dallas front office, we fall in love with certain types, and then we don't want to see competition. We want to protect certain guys. Like, it would be an outright sin, and I mean this, and then we go talk about physicality because I got you built into the show now. Let me give myself a hand.
Yeah, I got you over here too. Good job.
Now, I did this on the spot, bro. God, man. But anyway,
Good call for you, man.
yeah, but this is the thing, like we wouldn't have done that. Like we can't even talk about Zach Martin as aging. It's gonna upset some people. Now, I'm not saying you replace him now, but you better start whispering it now. It's already I'm gonna say he still got about 2 great years in him. But you want to start the conversation right around now. You don't want to start the conversation when it's too late.
But we've seen the pattern before with Zach Martin and as well as with Tyron Smith. They're gonna let those guys go off just like the movie Thor, Ragnarok. When Thor daddy died or what have you, he walked to the cliff and he just disappeared. That's exactly what the Cowboys' plan would be. Just like with Sean Lee. It wasn't like they forced to kick him up out of there. They wait till his contract expired, and when it was time to renew, they said, we'll bring you back for 1 more year. But they gave him that type of contract. And the same could be told or said about Jason Witten. And the Cowboys will not kick you out of the building. They will let your contract expire before they let you go, especially when you did good graces with them. Outside of Dez Bryant, the Cowboys ain't gonna do that.
But Law, that's bad. Because I remember Jerry Jones talking about that it was San Fran before he bought the team that told him don't fall in love with players.
Yeah.
And they gave him a real example. They said, hey, this tight end, I'm gonna fire him.
Yeah.
But I've built a relationship, and every day he looks at me right in my eye, and he's on the bubble. And I'm gonna fire that guy. He said, so Jerry, don't get too close to these players. Did we do that?
Man, Jerry gonna be close with him, man.
Because as much as I hate San Fran, I like your twin. But as much as I hate San Fran, I gotta give them credit. At least they been to 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah, it's still,
like,
28 years though, huh?
Yeah, but we would take that. We would take that. We would take that. We got 3 playoff wins. They got 3 Super Bowl appearances, and I still hate them.
Go ahead,
Twin. Look, but that makes a lot of sense to what you were saying about the Cowboys, because we've having this argument in the brain trust of the Niner Nation. It's like, well, it's like this. Everybody was mad about offensive linemen or certain players leaving during this offseason, but not knowing that the Niners drafted 2 years prior for the players who they have today.
Thank you.
And so a lot of people are over here scared, like, oh my goodness, who is these offensive linemen? Or oh my goodness, who is this defensive tackle? Oh my goodness, who are these cornerbacks? And it's like, we gotta realize the business. This business know that people will outprice themselves, or people will they'll get injured, and then their game will begin to what? It will begin to fall down, have a decline. What I have to do is I have to not only play for today, but I have to prep for tomorrow. And so a lot of people don't like the guy who we have in our front office, but he's a hard taskmaster, how he looks at the team and how he evaluates. He evaluates for today, but then he plans for the next 3 to 5 years, understanding the CBA, understanding the money, how things will scale up, and so on and so forth. So he's already looking at certain players. So this offseason, when we lost 2 offensive linemen, Thomason was a Pro Bowler. He's gone. Alex Max was a Pro Bowler, our center. He's gone. But they drafted 2 guys last year, didn't get no playing time. None. So everybody's like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Like, we're losing these guys. But they knew last year, prior to the draft, that they weren't going to re-sign these other individuals. They knew it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they kept things aesthetic. You got a job to do, but but for real though, we got your replacements getting ready. We're getting their bodies right. We're getting their mentality corrected right now. And next year, when free agency comes, or when it's time to extend you, hey brother, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for what you've done to the organization. No bad blood, but I see you on your way, okay? And so then fans are sitting here like, wow, why did we let him go? Well, we have a new regime, or we have this new season coming into play, and so we've already prepped for it. Now, you guys may be skeptical and scared, but I have to trust the culture, and I have to trust the plan of the organization that we can continue to build the plane while it's still in the air. And so that's what some teams have the gall to do. And you got to be gallsy to do it. And that's what Bill Belichick has done for the last 20 years.
Facts.
Stuff that we back. Be like, why would you let him go? Why would you let Tyler Lockett go? Why would you let Lord Miller go? Why would you let these guys? And they're like, it's okay.
It's competition.
Dracarys.
Yeah.
Dracarys.
Jesus. This is Lost Brother for real. This is Lost Brother.
That is, he on point, man.
God, dog, that is Lost Brother. Hey, man, Law got an evil twin. I didn't even know you had an evil twin.
Hey, he called me. He called me midway through the week when we was practicing right before the Cowboys versus 49ers in the postseason. And he said, y'all about to lose. I said, why? He said, my team. I've been following. He follows the Cowboys because of what I do over here. Yeah. But he said,
right,
your team practicing with pads, and they haven't practiced with pads in weeks.
Oh.
he said it is it's a mindset of the physicality. But Twin Maker, go ahead and break down that mindset of what Fred Warner had to say this offseason.
And with that question, I want to add this super chat.
Yeah.
Both of this to you, Twin, so you go take two. And this is cool as hell, man, to actually talk to a rival about football, and it's no bad blood. Obviously, between brothers is not going to be, but this is a real football discussion. If you love football, you got to love this show right now.
Yeah.
But also, to your question, Law, Coach Maul said, Twin, how key is the relationship between the GM and head coach in San Fran is to their physical play and culture?
All right. Well, I'm going to take your Coach Marr question first. What's up, Coach Marr? Now, this is this is very important. So for those who don't know, on y'all end, our GM is John Lynch. You know what I mean? And our head coach is Kyle Shanahan. So anybody who know football in general know that John Lynch is a former what? Not only football player, but a former safety. And back in the day where they used to play the box safety, strong safety, and that was John Lynch.
Facts.
John Lynch, ish, don't tempt. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was that type of, he was that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so one thing you know is that physical play in football will never leak. It's a physical sport. But before it becomes physical on the gridiron, it becomes physical in the mind. And so what he did was he came to the conclusion with Kyle Shanahan, understanding that he had a past of what? Physical football with the Denver Broncos, and then his dad prior being the offensive coordinator for the 49ers back in the early 90s, that physical play is what they did. This is what football was birthed about. And so they came to the conclusion saying that we want a culture of we're going to toe the line so close to where we almost black out, but we don't black out. But the only how you can be able to play that way is practice and understanding the mental part of the game. And so you have to continue to create an environment that presses you to this, like almost going over the edge, but not going over the edge.
That's exactly
so you have to
what Coach
condition
Maul
the
said.
player's mentality to kind of match up with the physicality of it as well. So they go hand in hand, but you can't have one without the other. But the first must start with the mind, and the body will follow. We've seen this in any professional sports. Muhammad Ali then said it, Michael Jordan said it. It starts first in the mind. And so the mentality that John Lynch came and said, I want to bring players over who, yes, can they compete, but also have the mentality of saying that I'm willing to go this close to going over the edge. And so what I'm going to tell them is, if you come into this culture, we're going to help massage that into a full game mode, into the schematics, into the philosophy of how we play, so that this has become your second nature. So this will become natural to you to play at this level on a consistent basis, whether you're the last person on the roster on game day, whether you're the 53rd man or you're the number one guy coming out on the during the walk-ins. And so that was the culture that they began to create in the locker room. And every player that we get from other teams, we had a guy, a mini who came in from Houston last year, week 9, via trade. And he was like, bro, the environment here is so different as far as coming, not just a physical play, but the mentality that you have to have. The teaching and how they teach you how to play the game is totally different. And so I think that's one thing where the GM and the head coach have to be on one accord, so that when we bring in these type of players, when we bring in, whether it's a guy who y'all never heard of, it's the mentality that I know once he come in here, he's smart enough to understand that when I implement you in this position, you will excel. And trust it that you will, you know. So hopefully that answered the question, Coach Marv, about the head coach and the GM dynamic that you need to kind of create the environment to play top level physical football throughout the whole 18-week season of NFL football.
Dracarys.
He got some foul board calls. I mean,
God, dog.
They are literally joined at the hip with the same calls, and you can see that. Oh my gosh, man, that's a good way to break it down, though. I can't even.
Yeah, man.
I don't have no rebuttal to that.
No, but see, it's also confirmation law, because that's what Coach Marv been said. Like, and you know, that's why it's a privilege to have people like Coach Marv,
Right?
People with that coaching experience that had to not just obviously deal with the X's and O's, but when you have to deal with building an environment of a mentality, you know, that's what. And when you hear multiple people now, Twin ain't never talked to Coach Marv.
No.
Never in life.
But if Coach Marv was about 20 years younger and had a full beard and some braids at the top, you would think they was the same person, you know. So, and we not insulting our own team. We not doing that. Law not doing that. This conversation is about the necessary conversation that you have to have in order to have improvement. That's just what you gotta do. You gotta have these hard conversations, and to me, you gotta have these reality conversations that can just make us better. Now, what's your page, Twin? I want to showcase your channel real quick.
Oh man, you can check me out on YouTube, man. Twin Empire. You know what I mean? Catch me on there. And then I'm usually just on either there or on Twitter, man. Twitter, I'm the Twin Maker on Twitter, man. And so
I see a Twin Empire. I want to. It's a couple of different ones.
Yeah, they didn't probably squeeze them out, man.
Because I'm trying to showcase your.
Let me see if I can find
channel.
that link for you while you do that.
If you can find it for me, but yeah,
it's on my my Twitter link. So if you just hit it in the my Twitter bio, my Twitter name on Twitter, man, is Twin Empire × 2. The reason why I'm Twin Empire, man, I'm Twin Maker, but I got 2 sets of twins, so that's where the ×2 come in. So, you know what I'm saying? I deal with doubles all day long.
Yeah, that boy accurate.
Twin Maker. Twin Maker.
You on YouTube, my guy?
I'm actually on Twitter.
I'm finna post it in your DM box now.
All right. Thank
you.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to obviously give you that exposure, because I got Law Channel right here, and obviously because he's streaming, we want to give him the fair amount of branding. You know what I'm saying? It's just the right thing to do, big dog. You know,
I appreciate
you. Yeah, so everybody, man, y'all should already know Law Nation, but this is Law Nation channel. He's also having a fantastic month, man. You made a big gain to your goal of 100,000 subs. So y'all make sure y'all continue to help out Law, share Law, like Law's channel. Everybody that was on Boss Cowboy Sports that already hit that like button, y'all also go over to Laws and do the same thing, because we want to continue to push the homie, keep pushing them up. That's what I'm trying to do for Twin now, because obviously both of these guys are blessing the nation and the world with content. So we want to bless them with the right activity that give them the exposure. All right, but we gonna talk about these Cowboys now, Twin. I'm gonna ask one more question, Law, if you had anything.
No. Outside of Coach Marv, he gave a donation over here, and he said at $5, and he said that, Law, didn't I say the same thing to you, Law, before you even asked him about the San Francisco physicality?
Facts.
I told you.
Yeah,
to ask him, right?
Almost word for word.
Word for word, Coach. I can't even make it up, man. Shoot, you right on it, man.
He literally said, this is what Coach Marv said. He said, you got to toe that line so close to physicality. Mm-hmm. So then when we get slapped in the mouth, listen, y'all, listen. I don't mean to get so excited. I get excited about this type of stuff. But then
express yourself.
Yeah, but bro, listen. So then when these boys come out to the boombox and they like, man, let's go, man. We don't care that this is your house. And we ain't just talking about the theatrics, because that's the theatrics. They also backed it up on the field. But what built that? This is what Coach Marv been saying for months. This ain't started a week ago. This been Coach Marv top anthem. His top anthem is push that line. Matter of fact, he said if you bleed now, if you bleed now, you will something later. I don't remember the exact quote, but he was basically saying you got to put that pain in them guys in training camp so that they can be ready for the endurance that it takes.
Yes, indeed.
Because like y'all know, man, in football, you know, the other teams are going to do whatever it is that they can to kind of make you lose the mental game. They go talk about your mama. They go talk about your person, your kid. They go do everything they can to try to get that one slight advantage on the field. And so what they're trying to teach us, you know, in the training camp in the Niners, like, bruh, that need to become second nature to you. Whether it's the joning, whether it's the bullying, whatever it is that they doing to you on the field, we've already done it to you in practice. But we're going to toe that line to the point where I don't want you to get a personal foul penalty that calls us 15 yards. I don't want you to get an unnecessary like holding penalty or roughing the back, like none of that. I just want you to be able to play on that threshold consistently, and that's fine with us. You know what I mean? So like that's the big point that I like to tell people. Like it's a physical sport, but you want to be able to teach people to play the game so physical to where you don't lose your mind out there and get dumb penalties that will end up causing you the game. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Was that the point that Fred Warner tried to make to Aiyuk that you were telling me about?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what you. Yeah, that's what. And before we go to Aiyuk, because I definitely want to talk about Aiyuk. Y'all watch this. This is. Oh my God! Look at this. Jesus Christ, dude, looks just like Law. God, dog. This is scary, bro. You are truly the evil twin, and I really, honestly, don't even like it, dog.
Yeah.
But see, y'all follow your boss lead real quick. Watch this. Subscribed. Hit that bell. I'm gonna now get all of his content. Yes, y'all do that for the homie. Yeah, it's just the right thing to do. Even though I can't stand his team. When I say I hate San Fran, I hate San Fran, dog. But I do respect San Fran, though. I do. B Bird with a super chat said, "Did y'all see how McVay sold front office on Stanford?" Yes, we did. Yeah, I did. And that's something we would never do over here, to be honest. Never. Now, Lau been trying to get that question in on the history of what toughened up Aiyuk. So we want to kind of hear about that history. Then we go talk about the Dallas Cowboys, because we actually talking about them San Fran.
So I meant this. So what happened was, like, people don't know. Like, everybody heard it was all Debo last year, right? Everybody Debo. And respectfully, we understood why. He was out there doing some wonderful things that we never really seen before for a long period of time. I think the last person was like Percy Harvin, who did some of the things he did. But anyway, throughout the off season, Fred Warner was like, "Look, we don't know what's about to happen with Debo, but I know we spent the first round draft pick for Brandon Aiyuk, and I want him to go to the next level." And so he said this in OTAs. Forget training. He said, "I'm going to get on his nerve. I'm going to pick on him. I'm going to be that little gnat at the barbecue that keep hovering over that sweet potato pie that keep getting in your ear, and you can't really eat your food properly because that little gnat is on your nerve." He says, "I'm going to do that to Brandon Aiyuk because I need him to go to another level. I need him to go to another level because they will take our offense to another level. They will take the Trey Lance, who will become the new starting quarterback, to another level." So ever since the OTAs, he says, I've been on his head. I've been nagging him. I've been talking about him. And he said the thing about Brandon Aiyuk is this: he's quiet, he's cool, calm, and he's collected. But he was saying, I need to bring the fire out of him. I need to bring the dog out of him, because the other players on the offense needs to see that our number 2 wide receiver, or could be our number 1 wide receiver, has just as much fight as Debo has. Because everybody knows, yes, can Debo hoop? I mean, can you as ball? Yes. But we need the collective of our star players that have that same type of mentality. And so eventually, the boy Brandon Aiyuk was balling. I mean, balling.
And physical.
And Fred Warner kept chirping. And so what people don't know is this: Brandon Aiyuk caught a pass, and he looked at Fred Warner and was like, "Yeah, I'm here." Brandon Aiyuk had set out And then another guy caught a pass, and Fred Warner hit him late, gave the man a concussion.
Damn.
Brandon Aiyuk, you see, people don't know that. Brandon Aiyuk on the field went straight up to Fred Warner and said, "Let's go." And immediately there was a scramble. You know what I'm saying?
They got
but
the
what
fight.
it showed was this. No, they didn't go in the physical fully, but they had like a little dog pile. But what happened was this. Kyle Shanahan smiled because they asked him about it, what happened afterwards. Because all the beat writers and press was there, so they seen what was going on. And Kyle Shanahan was like, he was smiling because he was like, anybody who know Aiyuk, that's not his personality. But he said that 1 second showed the team there was a dog in that man where he says, not only are you not going to punk me, but when it comes to my other players and my other boys who are out here riding with me, I'm there for them. I got them. And ever since then, they showed the video later on with them in the locker room hugging and talking with one another because he was saying this. They are setting the culture for this year. Last year, it was maybe Debo. But this year, we want everybody to know that everybody has a part to play. Everybody can get in when it comes to setting the tone. And so that was what I saw. I was like, okay, I'm liking this. I'm loving the energy. I'm loving the mentality. I'm loving the camaraderie that even afterwards they were together, dapping it up and saying, all right, let's go.
All right, let me say something real quick, because, see, I got a little bit jealous. I ain't gonna lie. Don't act like y'all don't get jealous. If God get jealous, y'all get jealous. The scriptures say the Lord get jealous. So don't act like you ain't get jealous right there at culture building, because I just did, damn it. I ain't gonna even lie. But see, I got this comment, and somebody said about Twin Empire Channel. They said, I subscribe, then block him. Listen. Let me tell you something. And I know he joking. Troy cool as hell. Troy is cool. But let me be honest. You should follow people like Twin. Yeah. I'm being honest. You should follow Twin because you want people, especially in the YouTube community, that's passionate and that do their research. You basically looking at the Law Nation of San Francisco, which is crazy, right? Yeah. So if you really want to know about the culture, if you really want to get the real insight, you got to subscribe to people like Twin. Like, for real. Yeah. So that when you, and I know Troy was playing, but I study my enemy. I do. Mm-hmm. I study my enemy. That's the Art of War by Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu in the Art of War is you know everything about your enemy. You know what get them going. You know when they sleep. You know everything. So, and this is the thing. This is the thing. And can I just be honest, or do y'all want me to lie to kick it? Tell me now. No, y'all tell me now. Do y'all want me to be honest? All right. It bothers me that we keep saying in the off season, remember San Fran. Right. That's been the war call of the Dallas Cowboys this off season. Remember San Fran.
Remember, yep.
But I'm gonna tell you something. When the Japanese want to know what you doing, they just buy your product and they just break it all the way down and rebuild it. Y'all see where I'm going?
Yeah.
See, why try to create your own culture when you just copy what they doing, dog? You see what I'm saying? If they toeing the line to have a physical practice, and if that's what made them have the mentality that made them get as far as they got, why try to make a war call of remember San Fran instead of going to talk to Twin and say, Twin, what happened over there? What built that? What happened? Like, because we was the better team, Twin. We was better than y'all. Clearly, y'all wasn't even close to our athletes when y'all beat us.
Right or wrong?
Right or wrong?
Right or wrong?
Well, you know, biased.
No, don't be biased. We need the truth. What that butt law? I know you got that, but we need the truth.
I want the truth.
The truth. You can't handle the truth.
Well, athletically, I think on offense, we was on par with y'all.
What?
Hey, Hey, he got real heated at Okoye. Okoye came out and said,
look.
He hit me up late.
I called Law. I was like, bro, why your man go over and say this, man? I said, hold on, man. Look.
Get out of here.
Hey, Law. Hey. In the words about Cowboys, do you want me to lie to dick or you want me to tell the truth?
But you already lied, bro. You already lied, bro. No, tell the truth. Tell your truth. Tell your truth.
Hey, I told my bro, look, I told him this. I say, look, we got left tackle, Trent.
That's
Pro
good.
Bowler, right?
Yeah,
That's good.
Kyle Juszczyk, Pro Bowler again.
Okay.
Deebo Samuel, check. All Pro, Pro Bowl again. George Kittle, check. Pro Bowler, All Pro again. We got Elijah Mitchell, top 5 when it comes to rookie running backs coming in the NFL this year. And then we got Brandon Aiyuk, who had, a wonderful second year as well. So on my side, I'm looking like, all right, it's not like the level of disparity is great to me. And then I'm talking about what we're talking about now. And then the physical nature of the team itself. I'm like, oh, I'm rolling with my guys. Now tell me in my evaluation, is the hesitation for me to be disturbed? You see what I'm saying?
No, I don't see what you said. All right, so let's go back with this. So you talked about Trent solid. Probably top 2 in the league, solid.
Top.
We got T. Smith, neutralizes him when healthy. 2, you didn't talk about that running game. We got 2. Oh, but he is in comparison to Zeke and Pollard, and you know this.
Yeah.
You talked about Debo. You talked about Debo. We had Amari Cooper and CD Lamb. Aiyuk, get out of here.
Hold on. So look, CD Lamb.
Then you didn't mention your quarterback, sir.
Finish him.
Boss, you gonna be fighting all day, man. I fight this man all day with
I
this.
see.
Come on.
Look,
You gonna be
how many
fighting,
passing
man.
yards did CD Lamb have?
We not finna do this today. We not finna do this.
Go down there,
Twin.
man.
We not listen.
I realize this. My team had 29th ranked passing attempts in the NFL, right? 20 in passing attempts. Y'all know what passing attempts mean.
Yeah,
That
we
mean a
know.
team that don't pass the ball a lot. So if my team had somebody with Debo who had over 1,500 yard passing receiving yards, and Aiyuk with over 800 plus yards, and then we're not even a passing team, and so our 2 guys, they like you just said about counseling each other out. That's a counsel out to me right then and there. Yes or no?
No, it's not. That bias is coming through to you clear as day. This is why we should have whooped y'all. This is why I'm mad at Kellen Moore. I'm mad at Kellen Moore because now you sticking your chest out and you was not even close to as good as us.
Make it make sense then, boss.
Then y'all defense wasn't even as close as us.
Boss, all I'm saying is this. Make it make sense.
I'm already doing it. I already told you we getting a 2-for-1 special at receiver. I ain't gonna do it, Law. Let me get back to the Dallas Cowboys.
You gonna be all day.
I see, bro. I'm not even finna do it.
Wait a minute. If you passing the ball, you get.
He done grabbed the mic.
I didn't grip the mic on this one.
What the hell going on?
Listen here. If you getting double the attempts and passing attempts, and only coming out with barely enough to say that it's a big difference between Brandon Aiyuk and Debo versus Amari Cooper and CD Lamb, then therefore we're being more efficient when it comes to our passing game. Yes
Yeah,
or no?
you're talking about systems and the coaches being better. We talking about the athletes. But I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna get back to this Dallas Cowboy content. I'm not even finna do it. Hey, so you watch the game because I can tell we would go back and forth on this. A lot trying to give me.
Look, it'll be a 5-hour show if you really get.
Yeah, I already
into
see.
it.
I can see that
He'll
right
go
now.
back and
I can
forth.
see.
But he do got a good philosophy for anything and everything West Coast been saying. He's pretty much right on page with running the ball for the 49ers because he can really go into details of the TOP and how they versus their scheme versus philosophy and versus what the Cowboys try to do. But that's a whole nother conversation.
No, let's talk about it. That's a good conversation. I like that, Law, about their commitment to running the ball. Because listen, bro, that's the only reason y'all was better, bro. That is the only reason, because they said that game that Shanahan said that y'all coach. Shanahan said that if we run the ball 30 times, we go win this game. Y'all had a commitment to the running game, versus we had an OC that wasn't even giving our best players the ball. Pollard only touched the ball 4 times that game. That's a downfall of coaching, not athletes. Y'all just had a coach that was smarter. Y'all wasn't better than us. I'm gonna go to my grave saying that.
There'll be a downside of having too many athletes though, because at the point again, if you got 10 cars, you only can drive one at a time. What's the point of having 10?
You not gonna do that, because you can see. I also know your history, twin. You can't do that with me. You can try that with somebody else.
I'm doing with you because
no, you can't do that, twin. Because your San Fran teams was stacked. The 80s when y'all was winning, y'all was stacked top to bottom, and y'all found ways for everybody to eat. I'm not hearing it, twin. I'm not hearing you. You good though. I see you good.
I'm talking about last year. I'm talking about. I'm gonna leave
no, we talking about football history. You can't make a statement like that don't make history.
We made our best players become efficient in their role. Like you said, you just said so yourself. Y'all didn't do that.
Facts.
But at the same time, you have to have the wherewithal to say that this is what we're going to do, and we're going to stay committed to it. And my thing was with this, and I told my big bro this, it's like, dude, y'all had too many things that was glaring as far as looking like real productive, where it's hard in a playoff setting, or when you have the time to sit there and take away your 3 and 4 options, to all of a sudden think that now you go do it during the playoffs. It doesn't work that way. It has to be a culture that had been developed throughout the entirety of the year, so that when these times come, nobody would panic. And that was a difference in the situation. Like you just said, yes, y'all may think y'all have better athletes, but if I have the mentality in these roles, I will supersede the athletes. We've seen this even in basketball. You know what I'm saying? You see this in all sports. So there's a point where the mentality transcends the ability of the athlete.
Hold on real quick.
Am I wrong or am I telling the truth, man? That's all I'm asking.
Dracarys.
See, when you tell the truth, I ain't gonna fight truth.
Okay.
Did y'all hear what he just said? He said there gets the point to where the mentality supersedes the physicality or the physical nature of your talent.
Yup.
Oh my God. Let me give you one more.
Give me one more.
Just one more.
Dracarys.
Yeah, that's being low, getting burnt up right now.
Hey, when it all happened too, believe it or not, the 49ers, I call them the 40-winers, they were stalling. And I was just grinning ear to ear. But week 10 hit, and then week 10 hit. Twin, go ahead and break it down what happened in week 10, because those are things that we wish that we could do, is making the necessary adjustments, and we didn't do that. Tell them what happened in week 10.
Hey, so week 10, look, they looked at each other because we was losing. Y'all were a winning team throughout the entirety of the year. By week 10, we was on the fringe. We was sitting there looking like, bro, we can't lose another game, because we'll be literally 2 games out of the playoffs in the 7th seed. See what I'm saying? And so what ended up happening was in week 10, we was like, all right, people don't realize Debo had over 1,000 yards, receiving yards by week 10. He only emerged 400 yards more after week 10 because he got said, hey, we need the physicality of what you bring, Debo, in the backfield running the ball, along with Elijah Mitchell. So immediately at that point in time, we told Jimmy Garoppolo, hey, bro, this ain't it. What we're going to do is minimize our passing attempts, and we're going to continue to stay committed to the run games. And this is when you heard about Cowboys, we're going to run the ball 35 times a game and minimize our turnovers.
35.
And we will use every individual that we can to continue to keep this mindset going. Elijah Mitchell and Debo was the only 2 running backs we really had. And Elijah Mitchell was injured throughout the entirety of from week 10 until the playoffs. But what Kyle Shanahan realized was this: we played better on defense when we was committed on the offensive end to running the ball. It gave the mentality to our players and saying that, hey guys, I trust that my team will stay committed. And though we will be committed, even though we might not get all the big runs, the big splash plays, I know that the physical nature eventually will surpass the teams that we're playing against, because this is more of a finesse fantasy football type of league that we're in right now. And so, but what we're going to play is a brand of football that most don't play. So eventually it will wear down on you. And so over time, after weeks, it began to wear on the other teams around the National Football League, because everybody else plays the certain type of style like they play nowadays. And so because when we come in, it's going to be something different. It's going to be something new. And most teams aren't going to be able to sustain during the third and fourth quarter the physicality that we bring in the commitment to the run. And ever since then, we made our run from week 10 all the way into the NFC Championship game, where every game that we played from then on out was win or go home. We were playing playoff games in week 10. Point blank period.
That's another type of mentality there, man. All right, so man, what about these Cowboys, man?
Yeah, let's talk about these Cowboys, because I'm getting listen, I'm real life getting madder and madder. I feel like we are getting done
wrong.
We are getting done wrong, man, by Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore. Shout out also to Coach Marv too, because see, this is sad that when you hear Coach Marv and West Coast and Twin, you know what I'm saying? When you hear about the commitment of running the ball, because a lot of our fans, we don't believe that. We kind of like, I don't know about all of that. I don't know about running the ball. I don't know. I don't know about identity and physicality. We wanna be a high octane offense, man.
Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert.
Yeah. Oh, we want to throw. Coach Maul said one of the most genius things I've ever heard a week ago. Coach Maul say defenses can't get cute when you hitting them in the mouth by running the ball. They not gonna be doing all that shifting safeties and showing two high looks when you in the one high look. You ain't gonna be doing that when balls is coming downhill on you. So first thing you want to do is you want to commit to the run game, especially early, to get them to try to stabilize their defense. Then you can open up on them. And y'all not even close. This is what pissed me off. Y'all not even close to us.
He getting quiet. He know right.
Yeah, especially at quarterback. Y'all did that with a quarterback that was.
You are fake news.
Yeah.
Fake news, Garoppolo. Give a game away, Garoppolo. You said all that soliloquy, and it was beautiful what you said. It was beautiful, but you done brought out Thanos boss now. Now you done brought out Thanos boss. Bro, it was beautiful what you said. But see, the key person that let me go back to these Cowboys. I ain't gonna keep debating you.
Hey, I always keep a Trojan horse now, my guy, so don't worry. I understand.
Yeah. Trojan man. Yeah. Hey, all right, so this we gonna talk about the Cowboys now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just real quick. Are you good, Law? You good, Twin?
Yeah, we good, man.
We rocking?
You said you watched the first half, right, Twin? Cowboys game last night?
Yeah.
First half? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can ask them. Well, it was 17-0. 17-0.
Yeah, I was saying it was slow motion.
Oh.
But that's okay though.
Go ahead,
it's
boss.
on the preseason.
Go ahead. Lead us, boss. We gonna.
All right, here we go. These are the subjects that we're getting ready to get into. We're gonna talk about physicality. We're gonna talk about physicality, and then this is the first thing I want to say. Somebody please explain, right? And what the F's of preseason. I got a couple. Okay. Where was Luke Gifford? Now, I looked at some reports. It looked like he might have had some type of injury. But I'm going to be honest, with cut day being Tuesday, he should be gone. He should be gone by Tuesday. And I mean this mainly because the linebackers played too good in his absence. And there have been way too many career injury issues, even a PED issue, right? I think it's time to go with these young guys. So can somebody, that's the segment I want to talk about. Can somebody explain where was Lou Gifford? And then can somebody explain where was Noah Brown? Like, cause you said this, Law, and we gonna talk about physicality, but you raised a good point. He was working with the 2s and 3s all throughout training camp practice. And Dennis Houston was working with the 1s.
Right.
If you saying you trying to evaluate which one of these guys gonna be your third team receiver, you don't put Noah Brown under the lights? Right. Can somebody explain what the elf was going on with that? I'm gonna take a pause and then we go trying to tackle that. I hate that we tackling this with you, twin. I just feel like I feel like that we having a family discussion and you the neighbor.
Your neighbor, he peeping in like,
what's going on? I heard some commotion over there, guys. Everything's okay.
they crying over there, ain't it?
But what the elf? Like, am I tripping?
No, you're not, man. And it's been too long for Noah Brown to not get that opportunity and all what he did in training camp. We needed to see that yesterday, and we didn't get a chance to see it. We didn't get a chance to see it.
Right.
And you fool around and gave too much good exposure for Dennis Houston to not put him in a situation where you could stash him, for crying out loud, because there would not be 31 other teams passing him by, right? So Simi Fehoko, I think that he's a shoe-in now after catching that touchdown. Houston, he's a shoe-in on this team just by alignment alone.
Right.
Noah Brown, I think that he's on this team. So who else do we need to evaluate? Somebody that we need to see out there on the field. I think it got to be Drummond, Hendershot, as far as the tight ends. Who else? T.J. Vasher, he had one catch for 11 yards. It's a situation there. Who else did you guys paid attention to out there on the field?
Well, no, I think you hitting it right, man. I think you hitting it right. And then also, I think the reps was off, Law. I think the reps was off. I didn't see enough of Dennis Houston. I didn't see enough. You didn't play him enough.
Yeah, but the one, look, you saw that flag route that he had on the outside, right?
Yeah, I saw.
He got the separation. It was the first quarter. He got the separation. Jab leg inside. Bam. The ball was supposed to have been there, but Cooper Rush, he's passing it to the sideline judge. You know, that would have been a first down or more, because he would have turned upfield. The dude playing with inside leverage was too far inside. You know, so it would have been a good situation for Dennis Houston to shine off of that. But that was an uncatchable ball. So I still see what I'm gonna have to do, boss. Is I'm going to have to go back and watch this game and do, like you said, isolate it best I can from a broadcasting view and still tally up positives off of the wide receivers on the reps they won, even though they didn't get the ball because the doggone quarterback was just that terrible.
Yeah, and see, because I think I have – I do. I have it right here, but y'all can trust me, man. I got something right here that's important to look at it at least – data-wise. So if we look at the data, they probably ain't gonna be able to see it. I can make it bigger. Let me make this bigger, y'all. Y'all give me 1 second.
Said.
Yes,
It's too soon, too early. All right.
Nah, man, power independence. Power independence. That's what she said. I can't make it bigger. Don't sleep. I can get you what you want, baby.
Yeah.
Get this.
Y'all say he had to go Seattle or something.
Seattle. Blue Chew, man. That's all, they got nothing but Blue Chew on my channel, man.
Man, come on. I'm trying to get this. Man, all right, let me just do it like this. Y'all gonna have to just squint, damn it.
Squint your eyes, turn your phone sideways, zoom it in, pinch the phone.
All right, so and twin, man, if you got some input, dog, don't be shy. Don't be shy, twin. If you got some input, because I know we having a family discussion now between me and Law and y'all family. But you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? But so this shows, this is from Michael Gelkin too. This shows the snaps, right?
Yeah.
So let me see. Where was Houston? So Houston got 36% of the snaps. Fioku got 53% of the snaps.
Yeah, he got that many.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Turbin got 21.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if this is the competition, I want to see that more equal. I want to see them boys together. Am I tripping?
Well,
I felt like I'm just being honest. I felt like I got cheated. Now I know the quarterback was the issue. I agree with that. I'm not gonna take away from that. Then Tolbert got 53%.
Tolbert,
Yeah.
man, he dropped a nasty ball, man. Cooper put
Yeah, he
it finally
did.
on him, and I was trying to
Yeah,
blame
he
Cooper
did.
for it. But, yeah,
You couldn't blame him for that one, dog.
I had to go back and watch. I said, dang, man, that was Tolbert's fault. But that same drop I seen him drop like that, I saw it on college film when it was in traffic or what have you. And I think that Tolbert is a guy, believe it or not, that you got to get in rhythm. Maybe he got to put him in end around, slide him up inside the slot, give him a little drag or something. But you just can't just midway through the second quarter, oh, now I go to your Tolbert, you know.
Yeah, facts. And you warned about that too, Law.
Yeah.
Good observation.
Yeah.
You warned about Tolbert with them drops.
Yeah, with them drops. Because I think that he trying to look at his next move. He's still a 4-4 guy, right? The
No,
field
he's
was
still a
kinda
dog.
slippery,
But you got to do the little things.
Volleyball
You got to do the little
and
things right.
Basketball with
I
the
still
football,
believe
they
in
gonna
him.
go. I still like him.
I still believe in him, but
is it enough for you to entertain Antonio Brown?
Nah, hell
Okay,
no.
good.
I mean,
I'm trying to check
I'm
your
not
mind.
bringing Antonio Brown into this system because he could be too frustrated with this system. I ain't even considering it. Like, this is a system that's gonna be based on. Hold on real quick. Coach say, look at his super chat. I missed it. Oh, god damn.
But
missed
you know
this
what? But you know what, boss? Why you pulling that up? It would have been a good situation now, believe it or not. And I know hindsight is 2020, but this team looks like it would have been such further advance if they would have went with Jarvis Landry. And I know it's me.
I think it would have frustrated Jordan Landry. Because Jay Tuck, he got the perfect way to explain our offense, because
Talk to me, man.
I got this long version. It's a system, and it's about, the defense taking, the offense taking what the defense give them, all that long verbiage.
Right.
We have a no identity offense. There's no identity with our offense, and it's on purpose. So just like Twin could tell you the identity of San Fran, he could tell it to you. He could tell you from week 10 all the way to the NFC Championship why they did what they did. We can't, because we don't have no identity on purpose. So with an offense like this, and you got a vocal guy, a vocal receiver, we couldn't handle Amari Cooper. So skill-wise, I agree with you on Landry.
Yeah.
System fit-wise, I think he
I
would
see
have
what
been
you're
so
saying.
pissed. So pissed in his system. And then from the way the Cowboys doing it, in my opinion, the Cowboys are trying to say, we want guys that's go do it our way. That's why you're hearing Dennis Houston say stuff like, I had to go to a spot. And then you hear the same thing. All of these guys are bought into this system that's going to really screw them around, because just like last night, who got most of the targets? Tight ends.
Oh, I see where you're going at it. Yeah.
So one of the things on Coach Mar's Super Chat, he said, boss, question about the game. If you got backup QBs and a good running blocking, O-line 6 yards per carry, run 4 yards per pass, still 36 pass and 23 runs, what would San Fran do with Kellen? He talking to you. So basically he's saying we was averaging 6 yards, but yet we kept throwing more than we was running the ball. That's basically what he's saying. He's saying, what would San Fran do, Twin?
Hey, 6 + 6 is what, bro?
First down.
First down.
Yeah.
All right. Some things are just self-explanatory. Some things don't need to be explained. If this is what's working, if it's working now in preseason, it's giving us an identity of saying that, hey, this pass over here don't work. This formation over here don't work. But when we run the ball, it works.
Yeah.
So let's just continue to keep that up. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Me and the Twin, we was talking about this just the other day. What established physicality? and we was talking about formation. The big play that Danny Gray caught for the touchdown was earned. It was earned. They earned that single high safety. They earned that one-on-one to the outside. How? Well, they line up in 12 personnel. They line up in big boy packages, and they ran the ball even in preseason. And they made it easier for Trey Lance to look comfortable out there. But people fail to realize, even in that game, that wasn't Danny Gray's first big pass. You know, he had a post route that he caught on the edge because it was earned. It was given to those guys by way of running the ball and creating that. So what the Cowboys do wrongly is that they look at it like we like to spread it out and enforce that we got multiple weapons on the outside and we can go to all of our targets, right? And then we can sprinkle in the run versus we're gonna run. And just when it's time for us to spread it out, your mindset is these boys trying to run it, and then we can give that rollout. You know that rollout play that we kept doing last night? Then that rollout play will be more efficient. Then the play action will be more efficient because it would take those two safeties that the Denver Broncos were playing out of the picture and bring them inside the box, and now you'll have your one-on-ones, and then you can get a good look. It don't matter the name. It don't matter the name of the wide receiver when you have the scheme in place.
Right. And I think this is a good point by Lauren. Good point by Lauren. She said, boss, I think we run more if it not for those damn penalties.
True point.
I have trust. I think that's a great point, Lauren. But I do have trust issues still. Straight up, I still don't think we have an offensive coordinator that has the commitment to the run game that Shanahan has. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? I just think the commitment is not there. Yeah, the penalties, if it's making second and long and third and long, you got to throw the ball. Yeah. And then, even with the penalties, it was a totally different play calling from Ben DiNucci to Cooper Rush. Did anybody notice that? Yeah. They was dinking and dunking. What did you see, Twin, first half? Did you see us going vertical, stretching the field, or even attempting to? No.
For real.
We started trying to stretch the field when Mike McCarthy bar got out there. Ben DiNucci. His second pass, they went vertical. So it's almost like we got the better players. I just think we got to work on that culture. So I want to ask another question real quick. Y'all still good on time? We still cool?
I'm good. You good?
Yeah, you good. Yeah, you good. What's up?
All right. I want to talk about did we respond with the physicality? I say, hell yeah, we did. Because guess what? Everybody was saying offensive line soft, ball sorry. You know, McGovern shouldn't be starting. Tyler Smith, he trash. He shouldn't be a first rounder. Terrence Steele, he the only one that fought in the Denver. We was averaging 6 yards on the ground. At the end of the day, that's men moving men. That's men moving. Say what you want, especially on ball. Ain't no way you go turn on that tape and say we wasn't getting no push on that left side. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. So that's my answer. What you say, Law and Twin? Because I say we responded.
I'm going to let Twin go first, and then I'll go last with it.
I think like you just said, the physicality was working, as you can tell with the production on the run, yards per rush. But again, what's going on? Like, it's the mentality of what's up with these penalties, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can't. It negates all the wonderful work that you do as a line when you have to continue to move backwards when you're trying to go forward. And that's something that will end up biting you in the behind. And if it's something that has been part of the culture of the team, I don't think it'll be smart to just look over it and pass it by as if, okay, well, it's penalties. It's like, okay, no, it's penalties. What the HELL? We can't start this again.
Right.
If we want to have anything that messes it up, let it be alignment itself, but not penalties. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate that it happens, but at the same time, we gotta say, okay, what can we do technique-wise to continue to move in unison together as a group? Because we won't never establish the run as our identity if we are going to be a team that when we do run, we become penalized as well. So then that negates the mentality of becoming a physical team that desires to run the ball 30 times a game.
Yeah, good point.
Dracarys.
All right, so out of the running backs, collectively, we attempted to run the ball 28 times. Malik Davis, he had 8 carries. Rico had 9. Shamklin had 7. Davis had 51 yards. Dowdle 36. And Shamklin 32. So we can all say that, yeah, the offensive line got some push or what have you, because you can't run those yards if the offensive line didn't get any push. All of those guys within the same breath average more yards per rush than what Cooper rushed through. So try to contextualize that too. And Cooper rushed through a QBR 48.8. He was 12 for 20. So I get it. Yeah, the penalties or drive killers killed us. But I do like the fact that Davis did average 6.4 yards per tote, and he was running the ball. But there was some spurts of the Cowboys trying to run the ball behind a certain formation. But what the Cowboys tend to do out of their formations, if you ever pay attention to it, shotgun, right? When they pass the ball. When they try to run the ball, they line up in power I, and we can all be yelling, run, run, because it gives them the fact that, okay, when we see the quarterback line up under center, 9 times out of 10, this is going to be a run. I think what Kellen Moore need to do in this preseason is to figure out packages and plays that looks like run but pass. And I'm trying to say it in so low IQ formations. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to say it in a way where everybody can understand.
Yeah, easy
language term. I don't want to get into the technicalities of things. Yeah. I believe that that's our biggest impediment with this team. Whereas we don't have certain looks that even if it's a pass, that it presents itself as a run, or even if it's a run, it presents itself as a pass. We just don't have those looks. That's the best way I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no identity. I'm gonna pass this back to you, Law, from Coach Marv. And good job, Coach Marv. See, Coach Marv know how to work these super chats, except when I'm building a plane. He like to send super chats, and he'll send $100 when I'm building a plane, and then I won't see it, and then he be like, but then he goes in there, he say, boss, check the super chat. That's how to do it, y'all. When we miss it, just remind us and we'll go catch it. Yeah. He said, why in the hell Ben DiNucci averaging 25 passes in game played? I think I think I got an answer for that. I think it's just because it's Mike McCarthy boy.
It's my son.
To me, that's what it looked like to me, because nobody can convince me that. Because now I see a lot of people want to get rid of Cooper Rush. Let's get rid of Cooper Rush. Okay, cool. You can get rid of Cooper Rush. Fine.
Right.
For who? For who? Ben? Sidearm Ben? Okay.
Right.
Listen, you can say what you want. In a fight, I want to be with Cooper Rush.
I got a point to that, though, boss.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing with Cooper Rush.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper Rush looked like Cooper Flush last night. That's with the 2s and the 3s. But if you put Cooper Rush with the 1s, like with the number 1 offensive line team out there, the number 1 wide receivers, the number 1 tight end, he plays a whole lot better. I think that he got these loud footsteps in his mind when he's playing with the backups or what have you, that you don't see that 400. He threw for 400 and some yards, man, against the Minnesota Vikings. And of course that was Cooper to Cooper, but he looked more, how can I say this one?
Gritty.
It looked more grit to him, more assured.
Yeah, it was more grit.
Yeah.
And that's the reason I rock with Rush. I know he got a noodle on.
Yeah.
But see, I remember his history too. I'm not gonna just judge him by one game or even one practice. Remember, he had to unseat Kellen Moore as the number 2 quarterback. And we know Kellen Moore is the son in this Dallas organization. He's always been considered the smart son, the good son. You couldn't unseat him. You couldn't unseat him unless you balled out. And remember, in 4 preseason games, he had a higher passing rating than Watson, Mahomes, and it was another quarterback that went to the Browns at that time from Notre Dame. I can't remember his name, but all of them boys. Am I saying, I got to do like Law, am I saying he better than them? No. But I'm saying he did in tough moments rise. That's the grit that you can't measure with arm talent. And so what do you want in a second string quarterback? You don't want him to win a Super Bowl. You want him to be gritty for a couple of games. Dak, he bumped up. You need a guy that can go in there and say, I ain't got the arm, but I got the heart. I see that with Cooper Rush. And I honestly felt like the play calling was horrible to him. Horrible. They didn't do nothing to allow him to launch that thing. The only time we started doing anything vertical was with sidearm DiNucci.
DiNucci, man.
So that's my opinion on it. It's okay if people think different, but that's how I think about it. My question is this now. Who rolls under the light? That should be who rolls under the light. I said who rises under the light because this was from a previous show that I did. Let me correct that. Who rolls under the lights?
Well, Malik Davis did a good job on the offense. Or are you only talking about on the offense?
I got some people. I can name people.
Tyler Smith. I do like his what he did.
Yeah, let's go to Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Tyler, man. Big boy inside. He did keep his arms inside. I think that they're gonna pick on him. That's just the flow of the refs community, man, to pick on kid. But his jab was pretty good. It was solid. He redirected, got people out of the way. Pancake when was necessary. Yes, they called 2 flags on him, but I just look at it. If you go back and watch the alleyways and the lanes that he opened up, all I can visualize is Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard running through there. Shout out to Malik Davis, though, but I truly believe that 1 to 2 seconds, think about it, we're talking about seconds that we're looking for. We are not talking about minutes. And that 1 to 2 seconds, this will be a lifetime for Dak Prescott to go through his reads, to carve through those guys and pick up the open targets that's in the middle of the field. Now we have the middle of the field open for us, and we will see this team flourish a little bit better with strength inside. Now, granted, I think that they're going to look for bodies. This is what they're going to do. They're going to look for bodies on the ground, and they're not going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Unfortunately, if the shoulder pads turn or what have you, bodies twisting, they're going to give him a call. Depending on the crews, they're going to call it on him.
Yeah, and I think that second holding call, that was holding to me because his hands was outside. That's the only reason he was holding, but it wasn't a flagrant hold.
Right.
It was a play that most of the time they should have let go and likely let go. It wasn't a flag. I think because the OC said something before when he was talking about building the muscle memory to keep your hands inside and your elbows down. He said a lot of times you want to keep repping it. That's why, honestly, I felt like our training camp failed them, the offensive line, because now you got to put them in them live environments to where you make the block on with your hands outside. You got to then get coached up to say, yeah, we saw that. They don't make that call if you make that same block with your hands inside. You know.
And let me give a pushback. And I'm not blaming the refs, guys. You know, I'm not blaming the refs, but not every team. There was some bad calls. Not every team get 15 to 17, damn near 20 penalties. Come on, man. Look, we've seen this game long enough to know that you don't get that many penalties. I get it. You know, some penalties you got to call, but not but not doggone 17, 18 penalty.
Man, yeah.
Look,
I would say 12 of them was legit. About 12. We still had a lot though, bro.
A lot though, but come on, man. I mean that penalty on Sam Williams was straight up bullshit, man. Come on, man.
Trash.
I mean, this dude get off on the edge, get up there and put the quarterback in his back. You know what I'm saying? But they called that a flag. But what are you supposed to do? You know, write him a postcard. You know,
I felt
really
like it was bad call. I felt like that call on Dante Fowler was trash too. Defending his guy.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like you let that type of stuff play out. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead, Twin.
Now, here's the mental part of the game when it comes to the referees as well.
Now, you can't say this because y'all favorite Twin. Don't be saying y'all favorite in the league. Y'all the love child. Me and Law the black sheep, bro. Yeah. Let's just keep that in context, big dog.
I'm still mad at your guy Trent Williams doing the stanky leg, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Hey,
go ahead, Twin.
All for Trent. But listen, look, when your boy Michael Parsons was trying to choke Brandon Aiyuk, I ain't say nothing there. But anyway, it's neither here or there. So, listen. We gotta do, what are we doing pregame? Like, we have to realize that these referees are human beings. There has to come to a point in time where players, I hear Tom Brady, I heard Peyton Manning say some stuff to the referees pregame that were extremely, it was rigid. It was manipulating, to say the least.
Yeah.
They know how to talk to a referee, a group of referees, say certain things, learn certain information about their families and what they got going on. Because at the end of the day, this is one of the hardest games to ever referee. So whatever it is that you got to do as a team to try to help bring the flags down, I think that's an art. I think that's a skill set. You know what I mean? It's just like, bro, you know how we grew up, right?
Right.
We can go to McDonald's and order some McDonald's. But when we go to McDonald's and order McDonald's, just because of how we order the McDonald's, we might get a free apple pie. We might get a free extra bag. Hey, we might get some free extra bag fries. You see what I'm saying?
How we order the McDonald's.
I mean,
on how.
That's the small town vibes, man. Chivalry's not dead. You know, and you see Kamika,
I like that.
You see Kamika back there and say, "Hey, Kamika."
What's up, man? I like that.
I see you, boo. Go ahead. You know, and then all of a sudden you get some extra fries, man, in that bag, man. You get an extra apple pie. But that's some small town stuff like where we from. You know, chivalry is not dead, and of course we hold the door for them. You know, oh girl, I'm glad I held this door for you. You making everything smell good around here. You know, that type of stuff.
And I'm gonna tell y'all,
you know what I'm saying,
bro, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. It's this interview that came out about 3 months ago with the guy who plays Ghost on Power.
Jamie.
He plays the guy who plays Ghost. He plays whatever his name is. He did an interview on I Am Athlete, I believe, or The Pivot, one of the two shows, and he was talking about his character and how he was saying, like, the other guys was like, yeah, man, my wife love you. You know what I'm saying? My wife. And he like, how do you deal with the women who come to you and appreciate you? And he stopped him in the interview. He said, but fellas, do y'all love me too? And it threw the guys off guard a little bit. But he was saying, nah, but fellas, do you love me too? As a man, like, do you got some love for me too as well? And they looked and they was like, yeah, I do. He said, well, can we leave with that? Is it okay for other men to compliment one another on what it is that we do in our craft? You know what I'm saying? And not be taken in the wrong way. And man, I'll tell you, I'm gonna send this to you, bro. But when he said it and the way he articulated, I was like, we don't do that enough. But it can be extremely productive in how we maneuver one another. So what I'm saying this is to say is that even with referees, it's still a human element there. They still know that they get the most flack no matter what. And I think there's a skill set that where a lot of these players who learn how to communicate and set the atmosphere, even when it comes to these referees and the Zebra Boys, I think it helps. And so I'm just saying, whether in any sport, we got to learn to play every game, towing that line to get every advantage that we can get.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
And to your point, you right on that, because when Mike McCarthy called out the refs, he cut his legs out from under his feet. Those are things that only the fans should do, right? We should never say, well, the refs did this, the refs did that. It should always be on a situation where if you want to be soft toward the refs. Because the moment Mike McCarthy felt that, hey, it's good for me to call out the refs, it empowered even the players to say it. And I'm not trying to make it all on Dak Prescott. But when Dak Prescott said a credit to them, when the people was throwing stuff at the aficionados and everything, and then they had to end up finding him or what have you, those officials got that in the back of their mind, a credit to them. And to that point, your boy did the same thing. Cam Newton did the same thing. He said, hey, other people don't get hit after the whistle. Other people don't do this and do that. And then before you know it, Cam out for the season. Cam getting hit extra and extra after every play. And the officials turn a blind eye to him, you know. So it's a way that you got to politically work these refs. And the Cowboys are on the bad end of it for right now.
That's some measured ass Kool-Aid. Let me hit the button. This my button, but this for you, Law.
It's a big thing for Boss Cow
God, dog, you measured
for
that.
to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring.
God, dog, that boy hit that with the proper measurements, bro. That was perfect, Law. Yeah. Another guy to me that stood out. Oh, and also super chat by Coach Marv, 9 pre-snap penalties. Yeah.
9.
That's their fault. That's their fault.
He broke it down on me. So yeah, 9 of them Cowboys' fault now. 9 of them you shoot.
That's discipline. Yeah,
but when I held that 9, all I could see was my mama's eyes. No one knows my struggle. Oh, man, wrong.
See, Law, let me tell you the problem. Let me tell you the number one problem.
My
See, 4 3s and 4 4s are average now. We need guys that run 4 2s. I swear
you
to
watched
God,
that last night?
Oh, I was dying, bro. Cause listen, this is what Law did.
Oh my gosh, man.
And it was real for about 20, 30 seconds. Law was like, oh my God, I can't believe I got him. But professional Law, he responded so professional, was not insulting. He was classic Law, just professional as hell, boy. But I was dying. I said, wait. Yeah, we need 4 2s now, court. I ain't tripping. Hey, that's how I go. That's how I go. Hey, but a couple of standout guys that gave me some encouragement. We gonna definitely talk about Cowboy fans. We can be encouraged. We are better than San Fran. If we correct, yeah, I said it. Yes, I said it, big dog. Yeah. If we correct our coaching, bro, it's not the players. That boy Bohanna. Come on now. Because, see, this Mike McCarthy did say, I wanted to see us run the ball, I wanted to see us stop the run. Ask yourself this question. Did you see that? You did.
Yeah.
Anybody that want to see pass rush, did you see that?
Yo.
You did. Anybody that, now, it might be some debates on this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. But anybody that want to see some push off the ball, did you see that?
Mr. Nasty Guy.
Anybody that had some concerns about Gallimore and stopping the run, did you see that?
Yo.
Mr. Nasty Guy.
Anybody that had some concerns on linebacker, did you see that?
We ain't see no concerns, baby. Yeah.
Mr.
Nope.
Nasty Guy.
Yeah.
It was all there, bruh. It was all there. That was the best second team efforts I've seen on this team in a long time, bruh. We are truly better than San Fran. And yes, I said it.
Look at
Again.
All right, man.
Look, them penalties were still showing up, and
we gotta fix that.
Still wasn't there.
Nah,
So
yeah.
it still goes back to the basic fundamentals of the sport.
I can't fight facts, bro. And see, Law
That's
tell
all
you.
I got to say.
No,
No
and
matter
you telling
what,
the truth.
when look that we call that window dressing. It's like going to somebody's house and like, look at that door. Ooh, they got the ring. Oh man, you see that chandelier, but then you go down in the basement. You see the water pump ain't working, and then you see the pilot light on the heater flickering. You like, ugh. I mean, it looks nice upstairs, but if I go down in this basement and this pilot light keeps flickering, that means soon later I'm gonna be without heat.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah, and see, my boy from Ready Red, straight out of Oak Cliff, Texas, man, one of the homies, he said this is real. He said, them young middle linebackers were hitting. That's what I'm saying, bro. And I'm going to say this, and then I'm done. I ain't got nothing else to add to the show. If they don't cut Luke Gifford by Tuesday, the linebackers played too good, Law. I'm sorry. Can we keep it real? That boy Sam look good, Harper look good, Story look good, and Malik Jefferson look good. We had 4 linebackers all show up, and the ones that was the least likely showed up the best. I felt like out of all the linebackers on the cool, go rewatch the game. Boy, that boy Christian Sam, he had him a damn good game. Go watch it again. Go watch it again and lock in on 53 and 50. Man, them boys was diagnosing and snuffing out screens, reading and diagnosing the ball in the right gaps in they holes. Man, them, I ain't got, man. I feel a whole lot
like
more.
The secondary kind of gave up some big plays down the stretch there.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
overall,
and even them,
like
I'm not panicking.
Yeah, because they was there.
Because see, they was. Thank you, Law.
They were there. Yeah.
That's the key part that people not gonna get about Nashawn Wright and Boss Man. Is some people want us to just bust them down. They want us to
beat them up.
Law said last night, which I feel. He said, this is because I played corner. What you don't want to see is what you said last night, Law. You don't want to see Shaq foot of separation. No, you said it some kind of way. You don't want to see a car length of separation.
Yeah.
We didn't see that. We saw them make contested catches.
They did.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, we still, them corners need to play better. We definitely ain't giving them no pass.
No.
But I feel encouraged. Like, that's a coaching issue. That's a tweak. That ain't an overhaul. That's a strip that ball out, find the ball better, because on 2 of those plays, it looked like they just lost the ball. That stuff you can fix in drills, dog.
Okay.
I just don't want you to where he 5 yards away from you. No, if they made big catches, and it was some good catches. It was like shit. So, and then they also young corners. Like, why would I be panicking? So, no, I feel that.
But you know the best day gonna be this week though? Cut day, baby. And it's on final word day, huh? It's on Tuesday, huh?
Ooh,
our show gonna be
fire.
Cut day, baby.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, I really enjoyed this, man. So first, man, can y'all please plug what y'all got going on with that joint show? It's something kind of like the best of enemies. I don't know what y'all call it, but I'm gonna kind of hear y'all kind of break that down. Cause see, man, listen, you not gonna get this type of commentary on ESPN.
Oh yeah, we do the Brothers podcast, man. We probably kick it back off this week. We get our schedules together. I just got back pretty much from Oxnard. I was trying to kick Twin in last week, but time kind of gelled together. But what we do is the Brothers podcast. Me and him talk just loosely about the football, basketball, and then just by life with analogies. Man, we got another brother that's an Eagles fan, so we're going to be trying to bring him in. He's our bigger brother. And we just talk, man, and have a good time. Of course, it's always centered around the Cowboys because we the best. You already know. And
facts.
I might as well get that tatted on my chest. You already know about that. We the best, baby.
Man, big brother, talk that, man. Put
he already know, man. Sure.
He already know, you know what I'm saying?
We would have had 6 of them, man, if that doggone Prime didn't PI Michael Irvin, I still ain't gonna let that go, man. You know that was a PI, man. Come on now.
So
We
facts.
both got daughters, man. You better go on here, revert to Elsa's song and let it go, my guy. You better let it go. You know what I'm saying? And go another direction. It's all good, but we always look. As I told you before, we know good and well, gold is always better than silver. You know what I'm saying? And so continue to rep. You know what I'm saying? No matter where I go, the Niner game. You know what I'm saying? We in this thing. We're ready to move and groove. As we've noticed, the NFC is looking kind of open this year. And I told my brother the other day, we got a new sheriff in town. You know, as you may have seen, the new Prince of the Bay, he coming through to take over the NFC. Young Trey Lance, you know, when he saw Aaron Rodgers the other day meet in the middle of the field, Aaron Rodgers said, "This is me giving you the MVP trophies for the next 10 years. You know, it's finna start coming to the Bay again. So I just want you to know, continue to do your thing, young fella. Hold it down. You know, let the NFC know we're putting y'all on notice that you ain't got to worry about Jimmy Garoppolo." And see, I ain't want to bring up my ending argument or my checkmate piece because, as Boss Cowboys so said, we got the quarterback of Jimmy Garoppolo, who you guys look at as maybe nothing.
Wrong.
It's just a mediocre quarterback. And even then, with the mediocre quarterback that we do have, we still came out successful. And so all I want you to
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yes.
Successful how?
When we got the W above the Cowboys.
Oh, that's what you. Okay, I see what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Your definition of success is different from ours. See, beating you
No,
is
no,
not
no, no,
success.
no.
Beating y'all is not success to us. That's just a stepping stone. See, we don't look at that as success. No, we don't. No, we don't look at that as success. We look at that as just, hey, that's what we do, bro. Like that. See, that's success to y'all. I get it. That was your Super Bowl. I understand. I get it. Go ahead.
Oh, look, listen.
You are fake.
When it comes to a brother being a Dallas Cowboy fan and I'm a Niner, whenever it's been 20-some years, so whenever we put a mud hole in y'all in the playoffs, it's always be a beautiful, beautiful offseason for me as a fan. So I'm just gonna let you know. The goal is still
the
win.
last time y'all beat us in the playoffs, what we did the next year. The last time y'all beat us in the playoffs, what we did the next year.
Hey, last time I checked, you ain't got Ian Smith in that backfield. Last time I checked, hey, you ain't got Michael Irvin over there as wide receiver. You know,
we got a
last time I checked, you ain't got Moose Johnson. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You still don't have the residue left over of the one and only great Miami University great coach. You know what I'm saying? That you guys are still trying to, go forward in, and because y'all ain't put them in the ring of honor yet. So when you guys do right by your old coach,
I agree about it.
That part true. See, that's what I like about your. That's what I like about Twin. See, Twin be mixing in. See, Twin like to mix in some facts with his lies, man.
Look, Twin. Twin, tell me this. Give me the top 4 teams in the NFC right now.
The Niners.
Oh, see that tell.
No, give me your top 4 teams. In order.
You are fake news.
In order.
Wrong.
I believe it's going to be.
So y'all number one team.
Super Bowl champs. I mean, despite that they won, I gotta still give them respect. I don't care what nobody say. If you win, you win. You know what I'm saying? Until you dethrone, I give you the respect that you deserve. Point blank, period. That's 2. I'm going to say that the Green Bay Packers may have
3. Okay.
Yeah, Green Bay solid. They solid.
Green Bay. And then it probably between y'all and Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that's real.
I respect that then.
Y'all
I'll take that 4th spot. Because
Tampa Bay, with the injuries with their offense, they starting off with the line. I'm not going to discredit something that's light. Them 2 Pro Bowlers with Jensen and Worth, them ain't no. Hey, both of our team would love to have them. I'm just gonna say it like that. We wouldn't be mad if they was on our teams.
Who?
Yes or no?
Who?
Worth and Jensen.
Yeah. Worth,
the 2 guys that got in.
Yeah, they go.
And y'all wouldn't mind having this. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
look, we ain't
gone.
gonna sit here and lie and say they ain't gonna be a big issue for an immobile quarterback. You see what I'm
And
saying?
you know what? All of a sudden, Tom Brady's sick, not coming to practice. All of a sudden. Look, Tom Brady may
I'll
say,
be
man,
sick
week
too.
1, he's 45 years old. He probably say, hey, you know what? Worth is out, Jensen is out, man. I'm gonna wait to see how this thing works, man. I'm gonna put the backup quarterback in for week 1 because he may not want to see Parsons and D-Law and all of those boys streaming off the edge with a point to prove. But I feel you though. But I think that my Cowboys right now can give your team a run for the money with all starters versus your starters.
Easily.
So
With
so
the right
for right
play
now,
calling, we
find
run
out.
y'all out.
We looking for revenge, baby.
Man.
But I respect your top 4 list.
Yeah, that was measured. That was surprise. No, it wasn't all the way measured. It had some.
Yeah, because he put the LA behind his team, although they beat his team. Right. So I feel you. And you swept LA. Did you sweep LA?
We won 6 out of the last 7 games against LA. So, but they did win the most important one, which was the last one, which took them to the Super Bowl. So, I mean, I can respect.
Which mean they better.
Hey, we got some Philly fans saying, "What do you got them at?"
No. See, you see what he tried to. He tried to ignore that.
This for Bente, man. But we got Philly.
Look.
Okay, real quick.
Philly,
I know we talked about the NFC. I just want to say I think Denver is low key a super quality. Okay.
I don't. I gotta see what they call. Yeah, I gotta see what coaching. Coaching matters. We literally had a whole conversation this entirety time about coaching. What's the difference between having the athletes and the coach?
That's measured.
Okay.
I can't fight that. I can't fight that. So you basically saying wait and see, but let's on paper, the paper.
Denver? Nah, I'm not trusting the top 4 team.
I think the Chargers better than Denver in that division. The Raiders
I'm not trusting the Chargers nor the Denver Broncos right now. I need to see first. Chiefs still, I mean, they've shown that they're able to do what they do, but hey, I'm not gonna give. Man, Justin Herbert still ain't been in the playoffs. I don't care what nobody say. I sit there and y'all want to anoint this man as if he done made to the playoffs the last 2 years as a starting quarterback, and he hasn't. You know what I'm saying? So I need to see you do it. You know what I'm saying? Or at least be close to doing it before I sit here and say you're the next coming of whoever. You know what I mean? And so that's why there's a hesitation when it comes to that. I'd rather say Buffalo. I'll say Kansas City. Give me. I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens. And
much respect to the Ravens.
Yeah.
The
reason why I put them over there is because of the quarterback. I think they was a quarterback away, and they do got a champion quarterback, big dog.
Russ haven't been cooking that often.
You looked at it last year's stats, though.
In a rebuild team. So I'm not
going.
But most
people. But you.
Where you got where you got Dak at, man? Where you got Dak Prescott at?
Oh, that's what I want to know.
Where you got Dak?
Let me see if you know how to measure this,
man. Because where you got Dak at, man?
Hey, y'all having a battle on the beards too, man.
Oh man, shoot, his beard wet, man, right now.
What's Dak? Like Dak in the NFC or just all together?
Overall, let's see if you really know how to measure
do the NFC first, and then do the overall. Then I like
overall, man. You finna push him like that, Lau. Let's do the
push
overall.
him like overall already. Okay, go.
Yeah, let's do the overall. Let's do all of it. Throw it all in there. Throw all the sugar and water in there.
Dak in the mixing bowl, man.
We're doing overall.
Overall.
Dak Prescott overall, I think he's in between 9 and 12.
I knew it. I knew he was finna disrespect that. I just smelled it coming. I knew it. You said 6 and 12, man. You was measuring
you think Dak's
good.
top 5?
No, he 5 or 6.
Okay.
4. Yeah, Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, don't let him skate like that, boss. You gotta get some names on that paper, man. You just saying numbers, man. Where you got the names at, man? What are the names, man?
I'm gonna show the numbers. Let me get it.
No,
then we
show the
end this
name,
debate, 'cause
twin.
it ain't.
Dak is number 5. and 6, right? That's what you
The
just
only
said.
reason people putting Dak at 10 and 12 is because that's the Dallas Cowboy built-in disrespect that goes into ranking any of our guys. That's the only reason. Because numerically, Dak has always been top 5. Always. He's been number 1. He's been number 1 or number 2 in D-ball accuracy since he's been in the league. Top 4 all the time. Matter of fact, the year he got injured, he was on pace to have the all-time record in yardage. He was on a 6,600 yard pace. He's been an MVP candidate 3 times, and he was the leading MVP candidate for the first 8 games. So I don't know where in what world does somebody start off as the leading MVP candidate for the first 8 games, and then by the end of the season they say, he's 12, 10 or 12. Nah. That's the Dallas disrespect that just comes with most ranks.
He thinking now. He try.
I ain't thinking. I'm trying to be.
I'm trying to be respectful. Bro, okay.
Hey, I'm trying to be respectful.
But you saw Deshaun Watson the other day, though.
No,
you saw Deshaun Watson. Go ahead. Me and him got to a real good
battle. You with these facts.
What you got, Dak here, though? Man, go ahead. Go give me the names.
10 or 12?
Now give me the name of the players, man.
I just want to answer. So, boss, if his first 8 games were they resemblance of his last 8 games?
Damn.
Some of them, yeah. See, that's another lie. People forgot.
I'm just asking. So if you average it out over the consistency of over the entirety of the year, like you said, like because you said extreme, like you was very confident in how you said them first 8 games look. Extremely. But for some reason, it seemed like you didn't keep that same energy over the last 8 games. So I'm assuming you were saying that for a reason that you yourself as a Dak fan and as a Cowboy fan noticed that there was something that was changed about his play over the end of the season. And most football people like us would say the best time, you want to be playing your best football during November and December, and now since the football season is extended a little bit in the beginning of January, you know what I'm saying? So most people would say that. You would say, I want to see who's rounding off the shape around December and what they looking like, right? That's when we know what's really good because you know the playoffs are about to come. Mm-hmm. And so most guys would say, most people would come infatuated with what happens in the first half of the season, that we've seen like an Arizona Cardinals who will be out here 6-0 or 7-1, and then soon later they'll tail off. And then we will look and say, well, what happened to who? Kyler Murray, because then he's supposed to be the individual who's supposed to be in the MVP conversations, but then we seen what happened as well. He dropped off once again for the second year in a row during the second half of the season. So I'm just asking you, Boss Cowboy, shouldn't that be the same energy that you take when it comes to grading your quarterback?
Of course, it should be the same energy. The problem is your energy off. So when we look at, because my energy is consistent, all we got to do is look at Law Nation, who already did. Look, your brother already preached on this. We got his phone number down and everything. He got the call lines open and everything. See, your brother already did a sermon on this. You need to go to your brother church. You need to go to your brother church and listen to the gospel, because it's already been preached by Law Nation himself. Because it don't make no sense, big dog. Help this make sense. No, hold on real quick. Should I give myself a fire on that law? Let me give myself some Jakartas, dog. Let me
Jakartas.
Let me burn up your brother real quick. Get out the fire, bro. Lord have mercy. Because how in the world we talking about?
And the Manny go, I live in the fire, my guy. Come on.
I love it. I tell y'all look like you and Law look like some biblical characters, man, with them beards, man. Y'all boys look like y'all Meshach and Abednego. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to say them names, but y'all look like them old Bible dudes with them long beards, man. Y'all look like y'all some Hebrew Israelites, man. Y'all, I don't know what the hell going on with you, boy. But listen, your brother already gave the facts, and let me give you the facts because you don't know the facts.
Uh-oh.
So how the hell is a quarterback consistently top 5 in every category? Consistently, and we not talking about sometime, we talking about most of the time, big dog, and still be then graded under new booty boys that's just not arriving on the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude been doing this. And this is what y'all don't factor in. He does it with constant dysfunction around him. We both talked about the unstable play calling. We both talked about the political atmosphere of the Dallas Cowboys versus San Fran. We both know that it was a failure of coaching and not being committed to the running game. Because guess what? When we was committed to the running game the first 8 games of the season, he was the MVP candidate, and it wasn't even close, and we abandoned it. So even with the dysfunction, he ended the year like this with a franchise record of 37 touchdowns. It is no doubt that Dak is top 5. I rest my case.
Dracarys.
Don't get me lost started with these butts, big dog.
Oh my God, man! Now I'm gonna tell you, boss. He gonna come back with some more stuff, man. So you got you a guy that's gonna be. He gonna come back.
I think I shut him up because usually he does, but I think your brother is also somebody that's a truth guy. So you can't deny this, dog. How can you deny facts?
Well, may I ask a question? Because I know y'all, you know the stats, you know the facts, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So I know you guys are going to tell me your winning record within the division, yes or no?
It's not even about that. I see where you're trying to go.
I'm just asking the question.
Listen, man, you dealing with somebody that know how to debate, bro. I'm not new to this. I know exactly where you're going with that point. Because what you're trying to do is trying to say that Dak is successful from a weak division. No, sir.
That's not what I'm going to say.
Okay,
so
my bad. I went ahead.
These teams that you guys find that are rough and tough and rugged and show themselves to be someone who's not just as familiar with, in conference teams, that Dak at times doesn't seem to make, some of the good plays that need to be at the top of the game. And as I continue to speak, I will go and, elaborate a little bit further more in this conversation. And so you just made the convo about, man, we just don't run the ball properly. And then when we don't run the ball properly, our offense suffers because the quarterback that we have who threw 37 touchdowns, who was 104 rating and with thousands of yards passing, for some reason, when we're top 3 with all this wonderful quarterback accolades, we seem to still lose though. So even though I'm showing this production of 4th ranked in completions, 7th ranked in yards and touchdowns and passer rating, why is it that if my quarterback, who we're not running the ball with all the time, but we're passing the ball with this guy, that we can't win? Because if he is what you just said, top 5, and he has the ability to do what he did, if I'm giving him more opportunities to pass the ball, then he should be just as complimentary as these stats are saying towards the end of the year and also in the playoff situations, correct?
No.
So everything drops off because
of Kellen Moore. That's
so when he's passing, he's praised for Kellen Moore, right? So when he's showing these stats right here, you have no issue with Kellen Moore, but then on the opposing end, now you have an issue with Kellen Moore. So which one is it going to be, Mr. Boss Cowboy?
Because the facts of it is this, and that was a good attempt. That was a good attempt at a pushback, but this is the deal. It's about the system failure of our offense in big games. In big games, our offense, through our coordinator, does not target the playmakers, okay? And that's why this offense is amazing when it goes against, teams that's not as good as us. But then when we run up on a formidable opponent, it falls flat. It's a breakdown of the system more than it's a breakdown of the quarterback. That's why you saw, even versus your team in San Fran, you saw CeeDee Lamb only get 4 targets. The guy that was hot and killing all day was Amari Cooper, and he was under-targeted. One of the guys that was rested, like majorly rested, Pollard, and he only got 4 touches. versus if we go look at your side of the ball, the difference between that game is y'all use y'all stars and y'all listen to y'all stars versus we abandon our stars. That's why you will have something like this, right? Where you will see a total amount of production, but when it counts, our OC still is trying to win games with role players versus stars. And it's exactly what even a playmaker call disorder. So that's why you can actually look at Dak have a macro numeric success, but then in the micro drill down game it not show up. It's the system.
So that's an even more indictment, because it shows you again, if you just said over the last 5 years or so on and so forth that this guy been top 5 over the last 3 years, top 5. So you
since he's been in the league, big dog. It's not even the league since he's been in the league.
And we and I can say, okay, we gonna take all of this information that you're showing me, the stats, the touchdowns, the interception, the completion, so on and so forth. And so that's even more of an indictment on your own self, as you explain that, saying that I'm showing you guys these wonderful stats on paper, but that's just like someone saying in crunch time, the individual who is good 1 through 3 somehow disappears in the fourth quarter.
No, that's not true.
Not true. Hey, but you just said so yourself. When it comes to the teams that are a little bit better, something happens and then the play changes. So you yourself said that out of those your words, not mine, Boss Cowboys.
No, I see. No, that wasn't actually my words, big dog. That was a good attempt at you trying to put words in my mouth.
Cowboy, you just said for some reason the philosophy changes.
No, the philosophy is the same. I said the philosophy works against weaker opponents. When we run up against formidable opponents, the philosophy falls flat on its face. That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. So what you're showing
me is this. Majority of the teams that you play against aren't that formidable, but when you do play against a formidable team, the stats that you are sitting here showing me that's highlighted yellow kind of are showing me a mixed bag. That means that when it comes to playing against people who are on the same level, these stats that you're showing me to kind of build your case that's him being a top 5 quarterback, it's actually hurting your case. Because if you were to show me his stats against a top 5 quarterback and then they're like a top team and these stats doesn't change and they're just as better or even better than that, then your argument is strengthened. But because of what you just did and how you did it, it weakens your argument to show that against better opponents, it's just like in the playoffs, you looking at a Steph Curry playing in the team and his numbers drop and he becomes not the same player that we've seen against regular season players. So you are expecting this guys to increase and become better against a better opponent to show that he is a top 5 quarterback. But what you literally are saying to me is this, that it diminishes, that it doesn't translate against the upper echelon teams.
I'm saying the system does not. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the system does not. I'm not saying Dak is
he in the system, Boss Cowboy?
All right, listen. All right, this is the best.
Listen, no comment for me, man. Yeah.
So listen. All right, I got that. Okay, this is what's gonna put it together. This is what's gonna put it together. Because you referenced. No, hold on, real quick. You did reference our championship guys as Aikman. You named him. You also named who? Playmaker and Emmett. Didn't you? Mm-hmm. Did you? Did you?
Yeah,
okay, listen.
And then have our role players putting up numbers like Schultz and Wilson. That's a disorder. Trying to make our role players stars, our stars role players. That's a disorder, and the team dysfunction, and our ass is home.
That's what the playmaker said after we lost to San Fran.
That's a good clip.
Is that our system was trying to make. So, now, hold on. We got some more. Listen. I got some more for you.
I thought we offensively tried to feature some guys that we went away from our playmakers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what you should do. That's why I'm questioning some of the things that transpired. Yeah. I do know this. There's only a window of opportunity for every great team.
Yeah.
And including all the talented players that Jason had.
Yeah.
We have to take advantage of every window of opportunity because it comes and goes so quickly.
Yeah.
And one thing about players, we have the tendency to think that this is going to last or be this way for a long period of time. It's not. And so you absolutely got to go capture the moment when you have a chance to capture the moment.
We see both these teams here at the Super Bowl. It's so easy for them to feed the ball to Cooper Kupp,
Right.
Odell, even Chase. Why is it so hard for Dallas to be able to feed the ball to CD and Amari?
Which is opposite what y'all did. Y'all fed
or the
y'all
lack
thought.
thereof creativity.
Hold on.
You have quality.
Even Chase. Why is it so hard for Dallas to be able to feed the ball to CD and Amari?
Creativity or the lack thereof creativity. When you have quality wide receivers like Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Gallup at the time, Wilson, and others, you create matchup issues by moving them all around. They should be able to run routes, and they should be interchangeable. I mean, we need to upgrade in our tight end position, to be honest with you. I don't think our tight ends were great pass blockers or run blockers. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to run the ball with Zeke and Pollard and so forth. Yes. Yeah. We needed that guy that can actually block and run pass routes at the same time. So no one can actually key on us when we're in certain situations. And I think offensively, we kind of got away from the main thing being the main thing. Jerry and the Cowboys need to do everything in their power to keep that wide receiver core together.
Which we did.
At least one more year.
And we didn't.
And they need to get their act together in terms of calling consistent plays that are giving our guys and doing the things that you talked about, creating ways for these guys to get the ball in their hands instead of the standard way of doing it.
Yeah, boss. I feel you, man. Now,
Real quick.
it's difficult.
Bro.
Go ahead.
So you showed me stats from 2016, right? 2017?
I showed you more than that.
No?
I showed you his
so
whole
from
career.
2016. All right. So you said
2016, 2018, 2019.
2022,
you want to keep
right?
going? How far back you want to go? Let me know.
Oh, look, I'm gathering.
How much success do you want to see from Dak? Just let me know.
You telling me with a quarterback, like you just saying, with all this success over the last from 2016 to 2022, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just simply just said you named several individuals who were post or past players in the organization say this is what we need to do, right? This is where we need to go.
Yep.
And so, but the player who you showed me with all these stats was the quarterback, the number one individual on the team. Yes or no?
Facts.
So you telling me, hypothetically speaking, if I had a quarterback who you just said who's top 5, who has the ability to do everything that you just said, you telling me still till this day, as the great Bronx Bomber said, you tell me to this day he doesn't have the cliche, the ability to lead, the ability to tell whoever it is that calling these plays, to galvanize these individuals to go out there, because I can sit there and tell my offensive coordinator and my offensive coach, look at these stats. Look at what I've done over the last 5 to 8 years as a quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. You telling me that I don't have the cliche, the ability to lead and direct and tell them this is what we need to do when we play against the upper echelon team? Are you telling me I can't trust a quarterback who's a top 5 individual because of these stats that I'm going to show you, because of the touchdown ratio compared to the interception ratio, because of the number 1 leading in touchdowns throughout the Dallas Cowboy history, the number 1 passing quarterback in Dallas Cowboy history? I've done all of these individual things as a quarterback. You tell me I don't have the cliche and the ability to tell my coaches to say, hey, bro, look at what I've done. Get on my back and let me lead. Let me do what I can do, because look what Dallas Cowboy has shown us.
You getting down
and you
to the
tell
real
me that I
problems
gotta
now.
sit here and hear you tell me that that's a top 5 quarterback that my team and my offensive coordinator can't say, you know what, I'm gonna hop on his back because he's a top 5 quarterback because of what you just showed me. That if I'm going to die of my creativity because I'm going to give the ball to CeeDee Lamb and I'm going to give the ball to Amari Cooper, guess what? Y'all ain't gonna fire me, because guess who I got? I got this boy as my quarterback. So you go tell me that I gotta listen to all this, and that's your explanation?
Yeah, bro.
Come on.
Listen, the answer is,
son.
Tom Brady. This is why I'm loving this show.
This is Thomas Brady is going through that. You tell me if Thomas Brady's going through that?
Okay, listen, twin. Let me answer that question real quick, and then Law, I know you go close it out with me.
Okay,
check this out.
Good.
Bro, I know that seemed crazy what you just heard. But Jeremy is right. That ain't how it works in Dallas. See, you coming from yeah, I know it's crazy, but yes, we are in that organization. No, listen to me. I'm finna explain it to you because I see what you're saying.
MVP caliber quarterback, your top 5 quarterback over the last season. This is what I'm seeing here. I'm bringing the onus back on you, on who you saying and who's the leader of my team. Who we saying we watched football for the last 75 years.
Listen,
this has been the leader of every team.
You watched it too. You watched us fire a coach that won 2 Super Bowls back to back. Where they do that at? Don't act like we normal. Don't act like we think like other teams. Don't you dare. We are dysfunctional here. That's what makes him more top 5. That's my point. Is that the fact that, that he's doing it despite the organization that he's playing for. That's my point. And then I'm with you on this, twin. This is where I'm with you on. It is some onus that Dak needs to take. Dak needs to take the onus of taking over. Stop trusting this bad play calling that's going to make you have good stats, but you got to do what you got to do to win. And when you got to win, you got to be willing to abandon Kellen Moore's system, especially in the clutch.
Hey, Law, bro, if I'm producing that if I'm producing that way, and I have the cliche of a top 5 quarterback, I'm looking at my offensive coordinator saying, well, look, put me on the bench then.
Yeah, but see, you from
sit me down, because that's what if
the
game's
logic
about winning. If it's about winning, and I'm the quarterback position of the Dallas Cowboys, one thing I know, one thing for sure, two things for certain, that if we win, if I win as Dak Prescott, Dak Dakota Prescott, Dak Dakota Rain, or whatever my name is, if I win, no matter what they say they might think the system was, if I do what is needed to be for us to win, I will be forever held in history with the star on my head. So know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do what I know that needs to be done to win. Period.
Well,
because
all right. So
you right, but we don't.
I don't think that Dak Prescott understand the cachet that he's supposed to have. You know, I get it.
Well said.
For example.
Well said.
Twin, if you call boss to your house, he can't show you around in your house because he never been there. He don't understand the levels of your home, right? Because he never been there. So we can't literally have the blind leading the blind. There's no shade at Dak when I say this, but you got Kellen Moore learning on the job, right? He's been here since 2019 as the offensive coordinator. The Cowboys made it to the playoff last year. That was his 3rd year ever calling plays. Dak Prescott was thrusted into a situation whereas 2016, quote, he was the rookie, quote, he was probably the rookie of the year, runner-up rookie of the year.
Yeah, no, he was rookie of the year.
Him and Ezekiel Elliott, they split it in half. And then what they did with Dak, the second year, they took one of the best weapons he had away for 6 games. And this is going to sound like a bevy of excuses for a lot of people. But when you go down the list of anybody who won the Super Bowl or any young emerging player, they always added to. Did they add to Josh Allen? Did they add to the guy that took the Cincinnati Bengals all the way to the Super Bowl, Jamar Chase, his best friend from college? Did they add to the LA Rams on their way for Matthew Stafford, who's been in the league for over 13 years? And they said, okay, we're going to add to. Whereas the Cowboys, they take away. As above, so below. So what I'm saying is the dysfunction comes from what Michael Irvin's been saying actually becomes above him. And it comes from Jerry Wayne Jones. So in order for this team to go far, in order for Dak Prescott to go far too, of everybody seeing his top 5 talent, they got to go through a harder path than any other quarterback in the National Football League.
Well said.
There's no other quarterback. Look, Twin, let me ask you this. Put the camera on him. Let me see his face right quick. I like the name on it. Yeah, let me see.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Would Dak Prescott taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl last year if he was on the team versus Jimmy Garoppolo? Would you rather?
Dracarys.
Burn them up.
Man.
Whoa. That don't defeat that doesn't go against the argument though. You said top 5.
You got to answer the question first, though, big dog.
Again, I'm answering the question. So me not saying he's top 5, but the number of places I put him at, I know he's better than the quarterback that I had. So I don't understand how that degrade him at all.
Well, it goes to this point here because all of a sudden Matthew Stafford has entered the room for most people being a top 5 quarterback. And how did that happen? How did it happen? Ooh. Because he was placed in a situation. I don't know your list. I was asking earlier what the name of the list.
I gotta get you file off. God damn, Law burning him up.
Don't tell mama, man.
Hey, look, maybe I'm made out of gold. Hey, gold does nothing but what purifies itself in flame, the fire. That's the scripture. He says, I would try you like gold. You know what I'm saying? You can purify through the fire. You won't melt in the fire, baby.
Hell yeah, you purify, so you already say you walk through the heat, huh?
Boy, that boy okay, man.
Hey,
I gotta give you some.
The exothermic reaction that happens to others in the fire can happen to me, baby. I just come out more prayer. That's all that is.
The winner of this debate is Law Nation.
I'll take it. I'll take it. But at the end of the day, the way Dak Prescott is viewed, and I said this to my brother before, is just like even Steve Young. And I don't know if most people who don't follow football like that, Steve Young literally had to win the Super Bowl in order to get validated.
Facts.
Because they kept comparing him to Joe Montana. You know what I'm saying? So he could.
Facts.
And they kept comparing him. And he literally had to win the Super Bowl in order to get his validation. Now, for Dak Prescott, it's similar. Because regardless, his weight is always going to be, is he better than Tony Romo? For right now, they still comparing his playoff wins to Tony Romo playoff wins, right? And then from there, they're going to move the post. Can he win the Super Bowl, right? And then he's going to be, after he beat Tony Romo's record in playoff, they're going to say he ain't no Troy Aikman. And then when he gets his ring, they're going to say, can he win?
It's just one.
It's just one.
Yeah, it's just one. He ain't no Troy Aikman.
So I can't wait for us to be on that side of the argument because Twin, I had to fight left and right about putting Troy Aikman. Me and him fought left and right. I said Troy Aikman better than Steve Young. Troy Aikman better than Steve Young. But
he is.
It was
clearly.
Ain't that right? Ain't that right, Twin? You see that?
Clearly.
You see that?
Hey, man, they literally came out with a god doggone top 100 NBA NFL best players ever by the players. Where's Aikman ranked and where's the Young ranked?
Wrong.
I don't even listen to them. I don't listen to their opinions.
Come on, man. I'm asking you.
So hold on. Wait, I'm trying to understand. Are you saying you give value based on rank of former players?
I look at the numbers. I mean, if y'all just show me all these numbers. So if I tell you, if I go by your methodology, right? If I go by your method, it's gonna be Steve Young. If we want by them, like you just said, if you show me all the numbers that you just told me,
I see. See, we're gonna make a 5-hour show, man, going over this, man.
No, I'm gonna destroy him in 2 minutes. It ain't gonna take no 5 hours. No, but see, this is the deal. Yes, in the argument. Okay, this is why you wrong again, bro. This is why.
Wrong.
You super wrong. And
you are fake news.
Now, see, look, now he's finna make his argument against his boy. Come counter him.
No, I gotta make my own argument. You can't say what my argument gonna be. Can I make my own argument?
I'm trying to help y'all hedge your argument, just so you know.
I didn't even say my argument yet, dog. Can I say my own argument before you defend what I didn't say? Can I say it? All right, so let me say it. Because you said if I go by the statistics or the stats on who top 5, then you got to put in Steve Young. That's your case.
Hey, boss, before you go further, please check your DM on Twitter and put that picture up. I just need to have the great. That's my quarterback. He is my favorite quarterback of all time. And when he did that, I said, yeah, that's my dog, because you already know.
Yeah, he trying to lead the winning season.
Yeah.
He trying to
put that
lead
picture
the
up right quick. I just need to have everybody
Oh!
on your side to see it. I need to have everybody on your side to see it.
Let me pull it. Oh, this is perfect.
Hey, Twin,
dog.
I love you,
This
man.
is-
I love you, man. But I got
this
to
is
embellish a
perfect.
little bit.
No, this is true too. This is facts.
Y'all know, I
This
believe
is
my educator.
facts, son.
Hey,
Come
blow
here,
it up all the
son.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, my
quarterback,
son.
man.
Talking to my
The
son.
best 8, baby. The best 8 is in silver and blue, baby.
Let them wait. I'm talking to my son, Akeem.
Oh my gosh, Twin gonna be like, man,
To this day.
you know we're gonna have to
To
get
this day,
another.
nobody-
We're gonna have to balance this out with another
this
49er fan.
Yeah. Yo,
Nobody-
beating up
you ain't gonna
nobody
win today.
is- yeah.
Twin, you ain't gonna win today, dog.
I'm
You ain't
jumping
gonna
my
cook.
own brother, man.
Hey, man, that's
nobody-
how you gotta do it, man.
Hey,
You gotta
tell-
do it,
tell
man.
Crocker-
Just for today.
Tell Crocker to come on the show, man.
Yeah, we'll get you some help.
We'll get you some help next time.
beat them up too.
No help. I'm good.
Talking to my son. I'm talking to my son, Steve Young. Let them wait. Hold on. Let them wait. Hold on. Yeah, man, perfect.
Dracarys.
So listen, man. Listen,
All right,
so
man. Hey, Twin, man, I apologize, man. We beating you up.
yeah, we had to, bro. This was
Hey,
easy work
hey,
too. This was easy too. Twin, you
I'm
wasn't
good.
even hard, bro. Like this was easy. Like Law really built you up like you was gonna really come over here and really just defend them
still got
Niners.
the high-
This was
hey,
easy work.
You tapping on the highest rated quarterback that the NFL ever seen. So I'm good. Ain't nowhere in history they got your boy Aikman up there. So I'm just trying to see what you talking about.
Well, see, you
Steve
can't
Young,
trust-
Steve Young was more accurate than Troy, right?
I just said that. I didn't stutter.
I know.
I didn't stutter.
See, this what you gotta. I ain't gonna listen. You right. This show
Let me
will
get
go
your
5 hours.
MVP.
I ain't gonna do it,
It's
bro.
gonna go
I'm not
5
gonna do
hours,
it.
man.
It's gonna. We gonna do
Yeah.
super marathons. I ain't doing no
Hey, where that
marathon
Troy
show. I'm
MVP
finna
at, boss
enjoy
Cowboy?
today, cause I can see Twin. You right. Twin
Hey,
don't
show me
let
that.
up.
Hey,
He ain't
where
gonna
that
let
Troy
up, man.
MVP at?
He finna come
Where
back,
is that?
man.
Boss Cowboy.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Twin?
Where that Troy MVP at? What year he won?
Oh my God! Listen, man. See, we both know MVPs. See, you talking to me, dog. You're not
Okay,
talking
well, what
to.
about his second MVP then? Okay, well, let's talk about that one then.
Let's talk about all ranks. See, okay, you want the show to go 5
Okay.
hours. Damn it, I'm gonna give it to you.
Come on, man.
Dog, I gotta give it to him. He keep trying me, Law. Your brother keep trying me. So I
Can you
listen.
answer the question?
Let me just
Can
tell
you
you the
answer the
truth.
question, though?
Okay, can I
Can you
tell you
answer
the
the
truth?
question?
You gonna have to let me tell you though. You gonna have to let me tell you the truth. You can't trust no ranks with the Cowboys. Because our ranks are gonna be biased against the Cowboys, and you know it. The fact that they took 100 years to put Drew Pearson in the Hall of Fame, and the fact that Darren Woodson is still not in the Hall of Fame mean you can't trust no damn list. And this is the one thing I'm gonna tell you about MVP. MVP is judged on with only 60 people, journalists. You are trusting people in today's modern NFL that have been trained to do hit jobs and clickbait for unbiased judgment. Do you really trust them? You should not if you do. And that's what I'm saying. I don't trust no list. All I know is this. When them boys went head up, you know what I'm saying? Talking about lists, I'm talking to my son. The ultimate list was happening. The ultimate list. And you know, if they wouldn't have cheated us, we would have four-peated against San Fran.
32 passing touchdowns, 165 touchdowns. Touchdown percentage 5.6, 3.5.
He gonna go all
Interceptions
day, boss, man.
107 compared to 141. Interception completions
I
from
see.
2.6 to 3.0. Longest pass 97 to 90. Yards per attempts 8.0 to 7. Now I just named like at least 8 categories? Because you just sit here again. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you can talk
quarterback
stats,
rate,
but we also know we was talking about.
Okay, rating was 96. I forgot about that. 96 pass
and
rating.
96.8 compared to 81.
And then we go, he gonna leave that part out. And you know what else he gonna leave out that he think we ain't gonna peep? He gonna leave out the fact that he acting like Styles don't make fights. Yeah. See, don't be over here like we had all these stats. Of course you got all them stats. You got the best goddamn wide receiver to ever play. Why the hell would you not have amazing stats?
Law is going to say, look,
in a West Coast, a system that's built to throw it around. What was we built on? We was Frazier, y'all was Ali. So we went to the body with Emmett. So we not doing the stat thing, bro. We doing the clutch thing.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Hey, Cowboy, you move the goalpost more than anybody that I know.
No, I don't, big dog. You right. He don't stop, bro. He ain't gonna stop.
Every argument for your boy Dak Prescott, and now every time I rebuttal with truth and facts, which you say you about truth and facts and stats, then you move it again. Then you move it again. Then you move it again. Like good Lord, man, you moving more than the people who claim the red.
No, man, it's no. Listen, see, I see what you're trying to do. See, this is the deal, bro. And this is why you trying to paint me as a goalpost mover, but it's not. Because let me tell you what you're doing. No. Hold on. No. Let me explain, because I'm gonna explain why I'm definitely not. Because when you talking about the father versus the son in that era, you can't just talk stats. See, when we talking about who top 5 in this era, that's all you got is stats, because you don't really have champions that's on the list. So once you get into a whole new level of dynasties, who was fighting for dynasties, you got to put the championships at the top of the debate. You got to put stats at the bottom of the debate when you're talking about Dak versus these other quarterbacks, because most of them don't have it.
So them goalposts again moves again.
It's not moved. It's another layer of
you are
facts.
Adjusting though. That's what I'm saying. How is it that you can have an argument with a person in
it's
good
another layer of facts.
In good faith, when every time someone goes through another dimension of the argument, you move the argument to something else.
It's not a move. It's another dimension, dog. You got 2D, you got 3D. What's the difference? 2D sees it flat. 3D sees it in another dimension.
Hey, Law. The number 8.
I know, Law.
Look,
I see.
Number 8 vertically is an 8. But what Boss Cowboys is doing right now is turning the 8 horizontal, would therefore make it an infinity sign. So every time now he's coming up with another way to move the adjust the argument. So it's making an infinity a circle. It's an infinite argument, because now he's continuously moving the line. He's perpetually moving it over and over and over again.
It's
so
a different standard. Okay. I see what's going on. It's the standard is different. I get it now. This is why I would never win a debate with you, because see, your standard is beating Dallas. I get it now. See, your standard is if I beat Dallas, my whole offseason was good. See, we don't feel like that. See, our standards is championships. So when it's a battle of quarterbacks who faced each other for the ultimate championship, that's the ultimate tiebreaker, big dog. You can't go with stats when these dudes faced each other head up with equally dominant teams with 2 different styles. Y'all had a Muhammad Ali offense, a fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee, high-powered West Coast. That's how y'all got deep. We was a Frazier offense where we go beat you up in the gut with Emmitt Smith and we go play action you. The styles is why you can't judge the stats. And you gotta go with the higher argument of who got it done. That's why you took an L on this debate. A big L.
What you mean got it done?
Dracarys.
That was easy.
You done moved you done moved the debate like 13 times. I just don't understand why you have to continue to move it, my guy.
Hey,
you could stay on one point without having to navigate it over and over and over again. And that's
We just
unfortunate.
different.
All right. So let's agree. Let's agree and disagree, man. You know,
Yeah, I agree to disagree.
Both quarterbacks are good. Just Troy Aikman is better. Let's go agree.
Hey, look, we can do a poll.
I'm just playing with you.
We can do a poll.
Oh shoot!
Young.
You got me choking up over here, man. Oh my gosh, man.
It's okay.
Go ahead,
Dude,
man.
look just like Law. Man, that's Law in red.
Man, get that red off of here, man.
God, dog, that is Law Nation in red, dog. This
All
is
day, every day, twice on Sundays.
yeah, but hey, man, I'm tired. I'm finna get out of here, man. I ain't got no
Don't
more
get
to say.
on out here. Hey, no matter what, when you go back up, just know Steve Young is still better than Troy Aikman. And it's okay. It's all right. I don't know why y'all feel like, just like I said, Dak Prescott being around 9, it's okay. I don't know why y'all feel like you're entitled to something that you're not entitled, like, that you don't deserve. It's all right though.
All right, so
final words.
Thank you for your time. Folks. I appreciate you guys.
So
before y'all give the final word, as I'm a guest in y'all house, you know what I'm saying? So thank you guys for the opportunity to come in, kick it, chat, have a funky good time, you know what I'm saying? I enjoy myself with you guys. Appreciate it, Law. Appreciate it, Boss Cowboy. Hopefully throughout this rest of this training camp, or not training camp, but throughout, it is training camp, throughout the rest of the training camp. I hope that none of our teams have bad injuries. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to stay healthy. I want to be healthy so when the season starts, our teams can put our best players out there so we can see what's really going on. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So
man.
thank you guys for your time. All that have been watching, thank you for clicking the like button. I always tell people smash that like button or sack that like button. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all share the content. Subscribe to the channels if y'all not subscribed already to Boss Cowboy, Law Nation Sports, or your boy Twin Make over here. And just want to say again, appreciate y'all for the time and the opportunity to come on here and talk about football. You know what I'm saying? And so appreciate you.
Man. I want to also say that I really enjoyed it, and we did have some good debates where I easily won them, but it was a good debate by Twin. I think he really tried. He put in a good faith effort, and I commend people who have enough football IQ to even try to keep up with me and Law. I mean, I'm messing with you, Twin, but no, I really enjoyed it as well, man. So y'all make sure y'all follow Twin. I think he is a good follow. I mean, because most people, honestly, don't really know their teams as intimate. And I saw it tonight. He know his team very intimate, and that was good. So, man, y'all keep following all of us, Twin, obviously Law Nation and Boss Cowboy Sports, and we gonna continue to give y'all this sauce, straight up.
No doubt. So, Cowboy Nation, y'all continue, man, to do all of those things. Shout out to my brother, man, for jumping on at the spur of the moment. And shout out to you, boss, man. Y'all know how it goes, man. I'm about to go back and rewatch this preseason game and then dissect some more things about everything that went on in this game. So y'all stay tuned. That's what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. And let's go. Hey, say DC for
Trey Lance, baby.
Oh, ain't no
Prince of the NFC.
And no more of that Niner bang stuff, man.
Hey, Trey Lance season all day, baby. Y'all be ready. He gonna do what y'all been hoping Dak wanted to do.
Whoa, Trey Cole though. I'm looking forward to Trey. I'm looking forward
and
to Trey.
Danny, my dog, Danny Gray, man. Y'all,
I want to see
happened.
Trey.
They were listening to
let's
us.
talk about Danny. Yeah, let's talk about Danny. Yeah, we got it. Before we go, we got to talk about Danny. Cause see, this is the thing. Y'all owe Law and myself big time on Danny Gray. Cause see, we was pushing Danny Gray. That's the only reason y'all discovered him. Matter of fact, Danny Gray, before y'all start really loving Danny Gray, I only put 3 college players on my book cover. Danny Gray was one of them. So before y'all start getting all big on your high horse saying, friend, about Danny Gray, I want you to know this. Danny Gray is from Dallas. He's also a Cowboy. He went to my high school where he was a Carter Cowboy. Then he went to SMU where he was a SMU Pony. You don't get no more Dallas than that. So, while you enjoying Danny Gray, just remember you wouldn't have no Danny Gray if it wasn't for Dallas.
Hey, and just like Dallas, as always, they always pick a niner to try to come on their side. Never was a winner till you got a niner on your side. Just so you know that, remember that. Don't forget that.
Forget Merton Hanks too, man. Even though he's a Dallas guy, but it's okay, man. All right, y'all.
Yeah, we
remember
we
that.
can do this all day.
We do this all day.
Remember that. We appreciate y'all. Thank us again for Charles Haley too.
Oh man, no. Charles Haley don't even claim y'all.
Charles won more with
Boss Cowboys Sports.
Yeah,
but
and
look, he learned the
Your
mentality
voice
and the know-how
matters.
from the champion.
Remember that. Fight for real.
What y'all looking for? What y'all trying to get in your locker room? He learned from us to help y'all win. You said so yourself. That's what y'all need.
That boy good.
Just saying. Peace out, bros.
I ain't gonna lie, that boy twin, he don't stop.
He ain't gonna stop, man. He gonna text me at 2:00 at night. You see what happened with that?
I thought you were lying when you said he didn't stop. No, he don't stop.
He gonna remind you too. That dude got a photographic memory over there, man.